Wow. Yeah, good tempo. I love it when our guests have good tempo. Cheers. Cheers. Good quarter notes, everybody. Yes.
Pluto. High school.
Pluto the Planet. What is this podcast called?
That's a good question. I feel like that's more of a question for y'all.
Nope. It's a question for y'all.
It is.
Yeah. Make anything up.
So the guests get to name it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just being like put on the spot. Like, did you guys do your?
If you know the
you're
name,
absolutely being put on the spot.
Oh God.
it's both.
We thought just knowing everybody's name was going to be. This is the new Pluto the Planet show.
Yeah.
The new Pluto the Planet
Welcome
show.
to episode 1.
Episode one.
New Pluto
I
the
love it.
Planet
I love it.
show.
I love it. Where are we, Nick? Is this 179?
Yes.
we're-
It's episode 179, consistently off. Welcome back, everybody. We are joined today. It's Elliot, it's Cameron, it's Pluto the Planet.
That's
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen, thanks
been
for
too
coming.
long.
Thanks for being here. My God, it's been so long.
It's been years.
Yeah, I think it's been 3 years.
It's been at least, yeah.
You said anything goes tonight, so we're having a whole night of Bootleggers beer.
Yeah,
Shout out Bootleggers.
Street.
It's like 10 minutes away, and there's also a Costa Mesa spot.
Very good.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Bootleggers.
There's like different flavors throughout the night. So
Okay.
if one you're like, I don't like this one, there's other things to taste, and we can just move on.
They got this.
I love it. I don't taste the spice in this one at all. Are they going to get spicier?
This will be this is the strongest one, and then it's gonna go down from here.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet.
Yeah.
So that way, we can marathon it.
That's
right.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So how the hell are you?
Yeah. Fuck, it's been forever.
I know, pretty good. I mean, I can't complain. I suppose I could. But, I mean, I
If you
that's
could
right. I don't know if
complain
anyone
for
would
us,
give a
Cameron,
shit, but I don't. Yeah, how was your guys' pandemic?
Weird. You're looking at it.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this really helped.
Like
Yeah.
shows shut down, and we were like, why are we paying for a lockout? What are we doing? There's no
Okay.
You guys
shows.
had like a rehearsal space
Yeah.
that you were renting.
We were
Yeah.
at Gemini over in
yeah,
Santa Ana.
like 15 minutes away.
So you're looking at it, and then we wrote a record, and that's the chart for that. So that's
We
been
still haven't erased that. We need to erase
that's
it.
been our last like
No, dude.
two-ish years. But
Heck yeah.
you guys right. So I had to look at the catalog again because there was the record, and then it's like a 6-year break, and then a whole bunch of songs.
Yeah. So we kind of did the same thing. We were like, like everybody was like, oh, great. Everybody else is going to be worried about being sick. We're just going to hunker down and write the best new music.
Yeah.
That didn't really happen. Oh, come on. We wrote a bunch of songs. We recorded a bunch of songs on our own, played no shows just like everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
And, man, we finished a whole album. Like,
Pretty much.
10, 11 songs.
yeah.
It's good to go. We had our rough mix, and we're ready to get them mixed and mastered and put that out. Probably 2021. And the hard drive died. It's gone.
what?
Oh yeah,
No
this
way.
motherfucker corrupted the hard drive. That's
It's
what it
gone.
was.
What'd you do?
I don't know. He says I did it, but it was.
I mean,
It's one. I don't know. I think it's a solid state drive where it's like on actual like old little tiny fucking CDs
Yeah.
in there,
Oh, man.
and like
That's
if it gets physically
God.
jolted too much, we'll like guarantee it did. It dies, and so that did. We tried to get it fixed. It was going to be like $3,000, and we're like, no fucking
shit,
way.
these songs are not worth $3,000.
Yeah.
Well, they are, but only if you get the $3,000.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that was really, really discouraging to say the
man.
least.
We were,
Holy
That
shit.
really
Dylan and I
sucks.
were pretty, and that was like, it's like it could have happened to anybody, but it's like,
Oh
Damn.
God.
Yeah, of course it's going to happen to you.
I'm sure they're even more pissed than I am, but man, because
Damn.
I did it. So
I've never had like a child run over, but I'm feeling like I would
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
really.
I think we've lost
Fucked.
shit before.
We lost
Yeah.
vocal tracks on one song, and we felt like shit.
Oh, yeah.
We lost one song of vocal
Yeah,
tracks.
yeah.
and
was
we're
it a
like,
good one too? Like you
good.
felt
Good.
It was
It was
all right.
good.
It was a good one.
Yeah, it
we
didn't-
rented a mic to get all of them.
Yeah.
And we had already given it away.
Yeah, we gave back
Or
the mic.
gave it back.
Yeah.
I would say, it was not the low point when we found out that everything was gone. I would say that was pretty near the low. And then as soon as we re-recorded the songs, the low point was the ones that had magic on them that did not
Get recreated.
get recreated.
Yeah.
That's the
that
lowest
sucked.
point where you're like, we can't.
Yeah, there was this thing
was
on the
there.
last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
and
sucks.
you just can't make it happen again, and
And
what-
it's gone.
Wasn't that the beauty of actually like doing it live, right? Like
That's why tape is
getting,
great.
getting
Yeah.
the moments, getting those things, right?
Yeah,
But did you not release those things
Yeah.
because they didn't turn out the same way?
Some of them we have. I
some of
think.
them we have.
Okay.
But there
Um,
were some that, due to the hard drive being gone, you did not release.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
shower beer, by
Whole
the way.
songs.
Shower beer is fucking.
Oh yeah, we
Beers
just
good.
heard it.
Which-
Shower
yeah, yeah.
Beers is
Oh,
one of them.
that was
Okay.
the new
Shower
one.
Beers.
That's a new recording.
Shower Beers is a new recording.
Yeah.
And there's a couple that we just released that are the old recordings.
Okay,
That are
you just
our
found-
rough
yeah.
mix. We didn't send them out to be mixed. We didn't
Uh-huh.
send them out to be mastered. We just slid all the faders up high, made it go red, and that's the version.
Pretty much every song that I sang sounded a lot worse re-recorded.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, and it was in a different space.
Okay.
That'll do it.
It was really
yeah.
quick.
That's
That'll do it.
enough right
There's
there.
something about
yeah.
the environment, the timing, just
Yeah,
all that
I feel like
whole
people were
process.
upset. I feel like there was like an energy of like, well, fuck, now we just have to re-record these. Let's just do it. I remember Dylan being like, I just want to get this done. Like, I'm not really. He's like, we've been we wrote these songs a year ago. We recorded them. Now we're here with a new drummer, and we're just like having to re-record these, and we're not playing shows. I remember him being really frustrated about that. That was probably the low point for me. Was trying to find a new drummer to replace
during pandemic.
Dude, and then
Yeah.
you re-record it with a new drummer. There's no way
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
its
well,
own
that it's
whole
going
thing.
to re-record with the same magic. You have a different person.
Yeah.
Not saying that there can't be magic with that person, but if you heard it one way with
Yeah.
one guy, and then it gets
That's-
erased, and
that's
you
like
try
the-
to get it back.
I feel like that type of magic with the drummer specifically is like kind of accidentally having sex with your ex. You know what I mean?
But it's like really good though. Yeah.
It is. It's
Yeah.
like good,
Yeah.
at times, but and then you're just like, oh man, like what was I doing? I feel like that's a pretty good analogy.
Yeah.
I buy it.
That's what we did.
I buy it.
When's the last time you had sex with your ex?
Today.
yeah. About 45 minutes ago.
When we
yeah.
lost the tracks.
I'm gonna need this.
So really, the songs just remind me of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was a breakup album.
Oh,
No, but well, because who we were having play drums for us was a guy that we moved down here with originally. Who like we all.
Oh,
played,
so you already knew him.
Oh, we've all known him since. Like him and Elliot were in like marching band together.
We played T-ball together.
This is
Yeah.
the guy
Fucking
that
A.
we would
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the first show we played with you guys
Was with him?
Was with actually were all the shows.
Damn near it, probably.
We never played with you guys as a 3-piece.
No, you did once.
Okay.
You did once. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably the last time. Or near it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, you asked, and I found
the
it.
Viper Room was 4 people, right?
Found it.
That's right. The fucking Viper Room too.
I forgot about
yeah.
that.
We did too. Yeah. I just did.
I didn't.
Damn.
Yeah. No.
Rickenbacker
forget about
bass,
all the
dude.
shows.
Yeah, yeah.
Rickenbacker bass. I think.
Okay.
I think
Was it just was there was another band, right?
It's,
Yes.
It's March 28th right now. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
This will come out in like 2 weeks, but
Okay.
right now it's March 28th. We, I think we last played together March 31st,
I'm gonna guess the Prospector.
2019.
2018.
18.
No.
No.
Whoa.
Tiki Bar.
Oh,
You're-
Tiki
That
Bar.
was the last time?
No.
When was the
No, that's
Prospector?
right. That's in my head. That's the last time, but I guess
So did we
that is
play the
fucking
Tiki Bar twice? Because I know.
I think that's possible. Yes.
Yeah, we
I think
did.
it is possible.
Oh,
Did you
when was
play our
Viper?
record? They might have played our record.
Wait.
release show,
What was
did
the? What was
Tour
the
kickoff?
Wait, hold on.
they? Tour
What-
kickoff.
what
They were at
was
the
the-
Viper
Viper Room of 2019.
Yes. So it's that. Yes.
You said 2018 was the beginning of the year 2018.
March.
March.
That was.
Yeah.
I guarantee that was the first show we played with you.
Okay.
maybe.
That's possible.
At Tiki
Because
Room?
At
yeah,
Tiki Bar,
because I
yeah.
know that's the first time we ever met you guys. Was
Okay.
playing there with a band called Fenton. If Fenton is on that
Oh,
bill,
look at the bill.
Like,
It's
that's
on this bill. There's a Standard Affiliates,
I don't know.
I remember
there's
Standard
a,
Affiliates. I remember them.
and there's Gabe Cubanda is on here.
Ah.
That would
Oh, I
have been with
remember Gabe
Josh,
too.
though.
We were playing. We had just released "Cold as Ice," the cover.
Yeah.
Foreigner.
Yeah. it was
yeah, I
sick.
remember that.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Under advice of a very
God,
well-paid music attorney.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
nothing
I
happened.
remember
but,
that. That was fucking fun. I remember, because I remember your guitar amp. Because I'm a fucking dork like that, and just like, ooh, guitar stuff.
What's that?
What amp is that? I wonder what kind of rectifier tube's in that. Yeah, no, I remember that show. That was a fun time. That was with Josh. That was with our drummer that we were playing with.
guitar.
Yeah, you guys were all switching and
We're
shit.
all
That's why we liked you guys. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, look at these guys. Yeah.
Well, you're in for a surprise. Probably don't like us now.
Oh, not anymore.
No
more switching.
No
No
more
switching.
switching.
That's fine.
That's
yeah,
fine.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes
a
the
lot
set more
better.
streamlined.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
but it kind of doesn't. Look,
Well, we do switch a lot of things, but we don't switch to the drums.
I play bass.
Yeah,
Okay.
he plays
Okay.
some bass, and then we have to switch a guitar, like acoustic guitar, electric guitar, just about every goddamn song. But
Gotcha.
that just gives us more time to make jokes and things
Yeah.
in between. So,
Are you like you're playing the same acoustic? You're playing the same bass?
Yeah.
You
Same.
know,
well, I
I'm
made him
saying.
money.
But I'm saying, just
I have an acoustic. I need to put a pickup in it. I like my acoustic more actually,
But it's just acoustic.
but it's just acoustic.
well, how much do you move? They can just mic that shit.
That's
Get one of those-
that's what I'm saying. But this guy's like, no, you can't do that.
Throw a lavalier inside it. You're good.
Yeah,
There you go.
Buy one
Yeah.
of those cheap Fisher ones, dude.
I mean, we're getting ready to play some big stages. I don't know if that's gonna cut it. I'm throwing it. Just throw a 57 in it. Have the cord come out the hole.
But now with new drummer, so
Oh,
Yes.
dude, that was such an order. That was awful. So
Finding him.
Yeah.
You guys-
we did like the Vamper, which do you guys know about
We-
this?
What the
This is the
fuck?
second-
This is the second time
everyone
in
keeps
2
talking
weeks
about
we've
this.
heard about
It's
this.
a great
Yeah.
service.
We've never heard of it.
Really
and
good
the
idea.
Yeah, okay.
Guest last week.
Well, yeah, it's because
brought
you've
it
had
up.
a solid lineup and it hasn't changed.
Well, I mean,
That's why you've never used it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Vamper.
But
dude.
Vamper, huh?
Yeah, if you don't know what it is, you're lucky.
Yeah, well,
We don't.
no, we were talking to a funk musician last week.
Yeah, just last
And
week.
he needs to find like horns. He needs to find drummers. He needs to find
That's
keyboard.
tough.
Yeah, just so.
All right.
He said it. He said thumbs up.
No, it's a cool thing.
yeah.
It's totally a cool thing.
It's like you're like swiping.
Yes.
What's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
a
it's
cool
just-
thing? Vamper is a really cool thing. The team, I'm sure, at Vamper, props to you
Shout
guys.
out. Shout out.
If you want to put this on, I don't know where the camera's at, but if you want to put this on, hey guys, if you want to put this on ads on Facebook, just
Yeah.
cut up a clip. Ask these
yeah,
guys.
We love Vamper.
But musicians suck.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right.
And
Same with Tinder, frankly. You know?
true.
Exactly. It's true. And you guys
Dating
know how
sucks.
drummers are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
they're nuts.
Drummers. suck.
Yeah.
Drummers are nuts.
they are nuts.
They're nuts by design, by hereditary, by genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Before even finding a drummer, we played with that guy Nick, that weird guy, who we got. This
was
guy
me
played
in
keys.
disguise.
It was you in disguise as a very thin, frail electric piano player
With no beard.
With no beard.
his name was not Nick. His name was Derek. We called him D-Rock.
You're right. Yeah, completely
yeah.
wrong. I just wanted it to be you,
All
a
right.
frail version of you.
Our joke worked.
But yeah, and that didn't work because we wanted instead of we're still gonna switch off playing drums because we like in our head had an idea for like all these key parts and we're like and I was like I know this guy who I traded an amp to like an amp and he gave me like some pedals or something or other. But anyhow,
Life. I love Gear Life.
and it was during COVID and but yeah, so he was like he worked under the guy that tuned all the electric pianos on
Wait, you
Fleetwood
tune electric
Mac's.
piano?
Yeah, like on Fleetwood Mac's Rumors.
What?
Yeah, it was like this.
Those
like,
are my
old-
favorite
it's like
stories.
this old head, like the guy,
Wow.
in LA for because you have to tune them.
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
like showed me the inside of them, and so he
fucking
was like working
prongs.
Yeah, it was crazy stuff. But he worked under that guy.
Crazy.
And was doing that, and so I was like, and he played like some classic Radiohead line. I'm like, this guy's good. He played Radiohead.
Oh, everything in its right
I
place,
recognize
okay,
that
yeah,
line
yeah,
on the roads. So
Yeah.
we rehearsed with him, and I don't know. I feel like the biggest red flag was like he wanted to like smoke tobacco out of a weed pipe, which I'm like, I feel like that's kind of like,
That's weird.
you know what I mean?
That
Like,
is a red flag.
what the
Nope, I
fuck?
don't.
Like I don't know.
I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Yeah.
You're like still weirded out right now.
Well, I'm kind of like, I do that, but I do that on my own personal time, not the first fucking time I introduce myself to people.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's it.
hey,
That's
I'm
it.
You're like-
Elliot. You want to
Yeah.
smoke a moke?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Hey, you want to smoke weed? And by weed, I mean
Tobacco?
mostly
Brown
tobacco
weed?
out of a weed pipe.
Yeah.
Like no.
That is incredible, though. The small social cues where you're already like not
Yeah.
getting along with this person.
And it's always weird because it's always like a date. You know, it's always like,
It's all a
okay,
date,
like
yeah.
we've been playing music together since
Yeah.
we were kids, and
Yeah, yeah.
we want to do this in the next 3 months with shows, and
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like this weird
It's courtship.
group date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even weirder than dating.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely weirder
Yeah.
than dating.
How many people did you have to audition?
Oh, we did like. So there was Derek, which wasn't even a drummer. There was that guy Dylan, who like ghosted us. Was really good.
Boo, Dylan.
There was that girl who
But
came,
followed
I can't
us all on
remember her name.
Instagram and liked like a whole bunch of everybody's pictures from like way. It was just a weird thing.
Fun.
There was this girl who came
That
and
was
her
the
fashion
worst.
was
This
like
was the
right on our whole fucking dorky style. She liked the same exact music as us, hit us up and talked really easy. We're like, this sounds like it's gonna Megan. This is gonna be great. Like she has all the same influences and stuff like us. Comes over and it's literally like her third lesson.
This is how it was. This is how it happened. So Dylan, Dylan
like we were
has
giving
his
her drum
bass
lessons.
rig set up, and Dylan's just nervously talking because that's just Dylan.
Yeah.
He just has to keep it going.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
about
yeah.
nothing.
No weird silences.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's just all fluff. It's
Yeah,
like fuck, man. Just
Yeah.
nothing but nervous energy chatter, and that's how he is. Even at shows, he'll be like trying to like talk about gear, and it's like he doesn't even. It's just hilarious.
But he's so friendly.
Oh, he's
and
he's a
happy.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's just funny. So he's doing that.
His spirit animal's like a puppy.
Yeah.
Like he's
Like a red panda.
love it.
And so he's doing that.
Shout out.
like-
I don't know where he is tonight, but
Yeah. Dylan.
Next time.
Next
Yeah.
time. And so he's doing that, and Ellie and I are getting our guitar, situation all going. And I remember him talking to her, and he's like explaining that, and blah blah. We're trying to play shows in like the next couple months, and blah blah. And she just goes, I remember she turns him and goes, "Oh, so you guys have actually played shows before?"
Oh no.
And I remember just being like, and we haven't even started yet, and I was just like, no.
God. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, we did not vet.
Yeah. At least enough. Yeah. Enough.
Vamper.
It was so. It was
It's the worst
atrocious.
commercial for Vamper.
And the thing that sucked, it was like
yeah.
she was so sweet. Like she was into like dirt bike riding and like surfing and like mountain biking. Like had like an interest in like it was like I'd love to hang out with her.
Well-rounded
You know what I
person,
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, she like designed cars at
Like,
Lexus or something.
You'd be incredible
cool.
on the road. Like we
Yeah.
could hang out.
Yeah,
and
wanna
talk
be our
for
merch
hours
girl?
in a van. But
Yeah.
as soon as you hit the stage, we look terrible.
It was so bad.
It was
It
not-
was the worst.
I mean, you said like third lesson. I know exactly what that sounds like.
How
Yeah.
long did the audition last?
Yeah. Right.
Oh man,
Dude.
it didn't. As soon as she hit the drums, the audition was over.
But we played for like
we
an hour
played
and a
for
half.
like an hour.
We played. We played.
Because we have to set up all our fucking shit. So we were practicing at the bike shop,
I was gonna say the backdrop
so
is
it's
a
like-
is a bicycle shop.
yeah.
So we
Yeah.
like bring. She's the only drummer who brought her drums.
True.
So,
Okay. Hey, props.
yeah.
Props.
Okay.
That's
That's-
Thank you, Megan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she has a future.
That is a good
She has a
person. Yes.
future in the
Keep
music
playing drums.
industry.
Keep practicing.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Oh,
otherwise, we still have to set up all our shit and go to the fucking bike shop, and so
Right.
it's like, well, we're here.
Might as well get some practice.
Yeah.
It's like we'll just call you.
Yeah.
It was just hilarious. You go. The audition ended as soon as she started playing the drums.
Yeah.
Play for
But we
an hour.
played for an hour. and a half.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's a fucking horrible process to have to
Yeah.
go through.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone who's not in a band, don't start one. I don't
Yeah.
know, because once you have a key thing lose in the organization, you're like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do I
Recover.
get that back?
Yeah.
You know?
If you're over 18 and you don't have a band already, just don't. You fucked.
Don't-
fucked.
yeah,
And
don't-
Be a
You're not
solo
gonna
artist.
find one.
Be a solo artist.
Or unless you're just
Hey, you have to pay for one.
you're like a
Yeah.
set, you're like session quality, where it's like
Yes.
you can just get into, and it's like you don't even need chord charts. It's just like what are we playing, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and you guys just start playing.
Yeah.
But that's a different league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how many do
They're
you have to
also
go
not
through?
looking for me to band.
4. Which now that we're with all our griping, it sounds like we tried 17 drummers.
Yeah.
4.
Okay. But how long of a process? A couple months?
Like 9 months.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
it's,
because
well,
it's-
it's during COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
just
like
with
during
our
COVID.
own crazy schedules, we all work full time.
You know, because there'd be like a
and
couple
have
rehearsals,
bills.
and then it's like that would be a month and a half. You
Some
know what I mean?
Cali
It didn't
cheap,
work out.
yeah.
And
get
the 3 reschedules, and all
The-
of that.
The women's march hat guy.
March hat guy.
The march hat. Wait, remember those hats? They're like
Yeah.
crocheted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember
Was it a
those?
pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the,
Yeah,
it's the
the-
pussy hat.
yeah.
Pussy hat guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You wore one of those?
Yes. Yes. He did wear one of those, which is fine.
Elliot doesn't even remember. He blocked it out clearly.
God, that guy was just a liar.
skills. Oh.
That's what bugged me. He's just a
that guy's
bad liar.
annoying. But yeah, long story.
Jordan. That
still
was what his
still
name
going.
Is.
Still getting longer. Oh, I'll take some of that.
Great.
We did find a drummer, and we didn't find him on Vamper.
Of course,
Okay.
of course.
We
of course.
found him in real life. He's
Okay.
normal.
Yes.
He has a girlfriend, so he's normal enough to have a real
Right.
relationship.
Yeah.
Vetted by
And-
Vetted by a human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that means he'll have a house.
Yeah.
And so, his name's Ryan. He's
Ryan
exactly
Starr.
the same as Dylan.
Okay.
Exactly the
So if
same.
you guys know Dylan, you know Ryan.
Okay.
They
Excellent.
both
That's
kind of
good.
have the same kind of nervous energy. Super, the sweetest guys
Yeah.
in the whole world.
Yeah.
Good style.
Great style. And so
I love
Hey,
you guys'
that sounds like-
criteria.
yeah,
Your
Ryan-
criteria is so important.
They're like
Yeah.
the same. They're like the same stature.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
but-
what I mean?
Yeah. How many times has Ryan no call, no showed to practice?
Nice.
0.
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have
That's-
that.
Yeah, oh my God.
That's firing grounds.
We've
right there.
played with more technically talented drummers
Sure.
before,
Yeah.
but it don't fucking matter if they're not there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ryan's awesome. He learned all our songs real great. Adds his own touches to them. And yeah.
What is this one? This is a different.
So
beer.
it's going. We honestly we're really excited to start playing now again and start doing shows because we think we sound better than we ever have.
Fuck yeah.
Lord.
By a
Congratulations.
measure.
Congratulations.
I was so excited to read/hear from you. I was like, no fucking way.
Because we
Yes.
bailed a handful of times on this.
It's fine.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this since we saw you last. You know, like
But this was before you. So you guys must have done this somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it in
Okay.
our rehersal studio.
And at my
And his
house.
old. Yeah, we used to do it in his apartment. We've done it at fucking everywhere.
Gotcha. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
We were just waiting.
Yeah, you get the best.
We were
you
waiting
get the best
for-
version
You're
of
waiting
it.
for this.
Yeah.
We knew this was going to be the zenith.
You were
Yeah,
waiting
yeah,
for
yeah.
179. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a good number.
Yeah.
Great BPM.
It is
our whole,
good BPM.
our new record is whole thing is at 179.
What?
BPM.
Really?
No.
Okay.
If there was, I feel like it'd be 120 if there was.
Yeah, every single song is 120. Damn near it, within 5 clicks.
It's just when you throw it on, it's already at 120. So why,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
mess with it?
Yep.
Let's just write something.
Let's
to
just
that.
play. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's clicking. Let's just play.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's going good. Now,
Yeah.
finally, it was going really bad for a long
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and now it's good. Now our hard thing is like we don't even have the connections to get shows anymore.
Okay.
That
know?
is
Yeah.
the tough, yeah.
Well, you know,
I would say it's probably
shows are just coming
a little
back
bit
anyway.
of
So.
not having the same connections, and it's really hard to get shows right now.
Do you remember how many people used to come?
Yeah.
It's less.
Yeah.
Really?
We have like 20
Damn.
people.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a bummer. I like that. It's less, he said. What do you
Yeah.
attribute that to?
COVID.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
People just got used to
Staying home.
Yeah.
spending their time in other ways.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you'll get little hotbeds, you'll get a good night in a good place or whatever. But for the most part, I just find attendance has been down. It
Everywhere.
hasn't quite.
Dude, even
kicked
big
back
shows.
yet.
Even big shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah. I
Speaking
mean, I haven't
of,
gone to as many.
Yeah.
do you play at the Ducks games?
Yeah.
Last season we
Last
were in.
year we did.
Yeah. Shout out Davin. We
Yeah.
just
We're
had
at the
him on the
Angels this
podcast.
year.
He
Yeah,
was
we're gonna
running.
play,
He was running
yeah.
the entertainment department for Ducks/Honda, right? Bristol to Memory. Shout out Rory.
Do you know those guys? Do you know Bristol to
You
Memory?
guys probably
Should
know this.
absolutely.
If you
know
don't, you
those guys.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great dudes.
Yeah.
Rory, excited to meet
Great
you.
band. Yeah. Great dudes. Awesome band. But like he works behind scenes at both Honda and Angel Stadium. So
Very cool.
they got
Very
that gig
sweet.
and said we want to do some more of this, and they said, "How about
Us.
these guys?" And I'm like,
Yeah, we-
Thank
we-
you.
We owe a lot to Rory.
Yes. Yeah.
"We're hoping we're playing the 22nd at Angel Stadium for one of the games."
We don't know.
but
Like, do you get to play on the field?
No,
it's-
yeah, out in right field.
we're like where the fireworks go.
Yeah,
off
like
on
in front of the
Yeah,
fireworks.
so
Yeah.
we
patio
play on
thing.
like a Saturday night when they do the firework night, and I guess from what we heard, we play a little bit before, and then we like sit around, and then once they start doing the fireworks, we play like 20 minutes.
We'll be there at 7 a.m.
Oh,
We'll leave
cool.
at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Dude, that's
crazy.
sick.
You
It's gonna
should
be all day.
I
let
love
us
music
know
at sporting events.
when that is, though, because
Yes.
Yes. Like I
that'd be a
said,
cool Angel game.
maybe the 22nd, definitely August 19th.
Yeah, that's when the Tigers are in town too.
Oh, no, that's the September one.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Well,
September. We have dates. We'll let you know. We'll tell everybody. We're going to
Please do.
announce it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
We'll
do.
tell
I don't
everybody.
know.
But in the meantime, inside outside baseball, we'll have to figure out.
Yeah,
June,
dude,
July
fucking,
when
we
we
need to
show.
play
Yeah,
again
yeah,
together,
definitely.
you know? Yeah.
That's what people are booking now.
Prospector
So-
just closed.
I
They
was
just
gonna
had their
say they're-
last show.
They're selling.
Really?
Yeah.
They closed? Like, 'cause it's
Yeah.
been for sale for like 2 years.
It's done. They just had their
No.
last one final show was Car Sex
Oh,
and
good
of
for them.
Limbo, and they fucking partied.
No, really.
Yeah, no shit.
Because the whole thing was they weren't going to sell to anybody who was going to change it. They were trying to find an owner for 2 years or whatever that was going to
God.
keep it the Prospector.
Well, they did it, and I don't know what's going to happen to it.
We'll
but
see.
It's
What?
been billed as one last show, and it just kind of went down.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
it's a cool little spot. I hope
Yeah.
it lives forever. But
I mean, slide bar's gone.
Something will go in there.
I know. Fucking
Sliber's
Sliber's
gone.
That's another good one that just fucking died so much.
But I think
Yeah.
COVID just helped with that. It killed some venues
Killed
along
some
the way,
venues,
too.
killed
Yeah.
some
Oh
shows.
yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Did you guys ever play at the Boathouse Collective in Costa Mesa?
Really wanted to. It's gone, isn't it?
Dude, it's
It,
gone.
it is gone, and the guy that did, I've realized the guy that did sound and booked it died. He's like,
Oh,
he's like our
no.
age.
What?
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
my buddy texted me, and he was like, oh, like, what's that spot you guys used to play? Like, I want to take my lady out and like.
You
grab
guys
me."
always raved about that room.
It was
Dude, it was the
awesome.
best.
Yeah, it was. It sounded fantastic. It was a really cool vibe. It was a built-in crowd. They paid you.
Yeah.
They fed you. And the guy
Costa
Kyle.
Mesa?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
guy Kyle was he was in a really cool band called Royal Laundry too. And yeah, and then I was like, oh, it closed. And then like I went and looked at their Instagram. This is like a few days ago. And then like their last post is like, we lost a dear friend. I'm like,
Oh,
what?
my God.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was like, and I remember like probably like a year prior, maybe a year and a half, I'd like texted him. I was like, man, it's like really weird that he wouldn't get back to me and now I know why.
Yeah.
Someone stopped paying.
You
It's a
felt
good excuse.
slighted.
I was
You
like,
felt
yeah.
slighted.
I was like,
He
well, I did.
hates
I was
me.
kind of like, man, like I thought we
We
had a pretty
played
good
here, yeah.
rapport here.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Did I piss him off?
Yeah, I did. That's just not what you expect.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Oh,
And
that's
then you really don't
insane.
expect him to be dead.
No.
Yeah, especially
fuck
someone that
you.
young.
Yeah, he's like probably
no.
like late 20s, early 30s.
No. So Boathouse isn't doing shows. He was the spirit of it.
No, I think the whole place closed.
Yeah.
Okay.
They permanently
Place,
closed.
the restaurant,
Sucks.
everything sucks.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Drag.
So,
Like I don't know if I was saying like people are gonna go to the underground after so many venues like shut down, but those underground things haven't become
Yeah.
above ground yet.
Yeah,
So every venue that has died, I think, has stayed dead.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the only
Sucks.
underground is like in LA and it's mostly hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do those warehouse things.
Warehouse shows.
Warehouse shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Raves.
a couple skate parks like inland
Yeah.
and stuff like that, a little bit underground.
What's the warehouse one here?
FTG
Yeah.
in Santa Ana.
Yep.
We should probably, if you haven't done that, we haven't done that
We
yet
haven't
either.
done that either.
FTG.
Yeah,
All
we've-
ages.
we've-
It's like a mom and pop warehouse. Someone was just talking about. They love it.
we,
Pritch
like,
was.
went to their studio once, Cameron.
Yes,
Oh,
they
for the
also
good.
record for,
Yeah,
the,
for the
good.
good. Yeah.
Why did we go there?
I don't know. They just invited us over
we
one
were
day.
thinking about recording there.
I think so.
You were
Something
just
like
doing
that.
like a studio tour.
Was
yeah,
it,
exactly.
was it somebody? It was somebody with. It was the bass player of the Jetties.
Something.
Jetties.
Yes.
Do you remember the Jetties? Did you
Shout
guys
out
ever
to
play with them?
Jetties. No, we didn't. But
Who are
we,
still playing?
But the bass. Okay, so it was the bass player who now he's in a cool band.
Yes.
Widow's
Widow's Gold.
Yeah, and they're
Oh.
really good.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And their
Never
guitar
heard of them.
player works at Fender,
Well, that helps.
and they get cool gigs.
That helps. Yeah,
Right?
that helps.
Networking.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. How do you guys like the Long Beach scene?
Yeah.
Well, I'd let you know if I'd played any shows in it.
Start
Yeah.
going out to the,
yeah.
Vine.
Well, I was gonna
Alex's
say
bar.
Vine's the
Cera.
place. The Vine's the place we go all the time.
Okay.
It's like 2 doors down from where I work.
There you go.
And it's just free music.
Yeah.
Small little spot, and that's where we go all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vine's cool.
Alex's bar every now and again, but
course.
mostly that's where we see music is Vine.
Quesera's pretty cool too.
Oh, yeah.
Quesera is cool. Yeah.
I never even heard of
The
that.
Long Beach scene is very vibrant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very punk. I feel like.
Very
Very
punk.
punk.
Yes.
Yes.
Really,
Yeah.
And
really
yeah,
punk.
psyche punk.
Yeah.
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 100%.
Which is a thing.
Like LA spilled off into the tougher
yeah.
Long
for sure.
Beach.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. I see like bands play in Long Beach. And I'm like, what the fuck? Am I in Eugene again? It's like people like taking a guitar pedal like on a chord and like waving it around their fucking head, and just making noise and shit like that, which is cool.
Yeah.
Have you done
Yeah,
Continental
but
Room in
as,
Fullerton
a,
yet?
as a person who makes guitar pedals, that's cool.
I have. Why does that sound so familiar?
Continental Room Fullerton's like at the weirdest little
It's straight
crescent
downtown.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's across the street from
Is it like in by the campus?
Sidebar.
Yeah.
It's near
Yeah.
the train
Yeah,
station.
but
in
it's just on the
Fullerton.
it's on the other side of the street from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
Okay.
Pretty much the same.
You should do that
spot,
room too. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we got to
So is
figure
that-
it all out.
So you're saying the scene in Long Beach is exactly like what you guys sound.
Yes.
yes, exactly. I mean, I know of places. People tell me about places. Like, check this place out. This place has them. Seen things going on there.
Your sound
but it's
totally
always-
needs to do like Silver Lake Lounge. You guys need
Yes.
to do.
Well, we've played there a bunch.
Yeah.
We're hitting all those places up back up again.
Yep.
Good.
So yes, definitely that. We're kind of trying to get plugged into like the country LA thing.
Yeah.
Because you guys haven't heard us a long time. We're kind of
I
we're
heard
like
the
a, kind of
twang.
like a
Heard
country
shower
band
beers. Yeah.
now.
Walking out on you right
We both have Telecasters now. So
Yeah,
it's pretty
Waltz
sick.
and that.
And his has flowers.
I
on
almost brought it but I was like, I don't know.
Did I hear some slide like steel work on?
I was also gonna say that's something I picked up in COVID is playing the slide guitar. I love it. I
Fantastic.
love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you just want to do a podcast on talking slide guitar,
Welcome
whole
to
time,
Talking
I would be
Slide.
in.
Talking
It'd be
slide
3 hours of Lowell George.
I got 3 bronze, 3 brass. I got a jet slide.
Yeah.
Have you had the jet slide yet?
No.
Oh, the jet slide's cool.
Yeah.
cool, but-
so it's got a little like L thing, and it's just like it's a ring.
Yeah.
So you can like use your pinky to slide.
Yeah.
Or you can let it go and fret.
Oh, okay. Yes, I have that.
Okay.
I
good.
didn't know it's called the L slide.
Jet slide
Jet
is just
slide.
a brand of what the ones that I got.
Okay, yes. So I have one of those.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then I just have a medicine bottle,
Nice.
which I really like too. And then just a couple little glass ones.
You got
and,
thinner,
and a
longer
steel one.
fingers too, right? So like,
No.
Oh, no,
I mean,
like your
kind of fat
knuckles-
and short, kind of, really.
Yeah. He's got the short
Yeah,
study.
So what do
You
you
have
you
long,
play slide on
janky
your
fingers.
pinky?
no ring.
I play ring too.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know why. You know? The whole
Because the
time
pinky,
I'm like,
because I'm not only doing slide, I'm also fretting and stuff.
see, but that's
so,
why
like-
I'm like, why don't I put it on my pinky?
It feels unstable there, doesn't it? Like
Yes,
it
on
always
the
feels like
pinky.
it's gonna fall
And that's
off.
what I
Yeah.
come back to is because
Yeah.
I'm using the pinky to hold it.
Yeah.
And you
If
know
there
that's
was
what
a-
makes it feel solid. But I'm always like, if I could just put it on my pinky, like all the other slide players who are actually fucking good do,
Then you'd be able to
you
fret
know,
with these,
and then
and
I'd
it'd
be
be
able to
even
fret
better.
as well. But
Yeah.
you know, yeah, whatever.
It
And
takes
then
the-
I've just been practicing, and now I could not go back. There's no way. You know?
But it's like how it fits, right? And it really, I've
Yeah.
seen some people go middle finger, which I think is wild.
That's
'Cause
weird.
For me, I'm
I've
like,
tried it.
oh no.
I did
Oh,
that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I've pulled my slide out of my back pocket at rehearsal on accident. I can put it on my middle finger and done that, you know. And that sucks. But yeah, no, I have to do it on the ring finger. I can't do it on the pinky.
That's where it's most comfy.
Maybe
Yeah.
It
what
just
you
sits
guys
right
need-
in the hand.
Maybe
Yeah.
what you guys need to do is, have it on the ring finger, then put another one on the pinky, and then
only use that one?
get that muscle really worked up, and then just take the ring one.
Well, I've seen the little shorties. They're like half slides for like 2-3 strings, and I was like, oh, I gotta
Children.
get those. And I was like, no, this stupid gimmick shit.
Did you get it?
No,
Okay.
no, I talked myself out of it. Now I've been watching this guy on Instagram or something. His name's Dylan something, and he does all this slide work where
Shout
he's
out
got
Dylan
the
something.
finger back behind the slide.
Ooh.
And so,
Okay.
I've been trying to do that, and
Yeah.
you just leave the slide right where it is, and then when you fret, that lowers it enough to lose the slide.
Huh.
Okay.
And it just sounds absolutely ripping. It's like Dwayne Allman meets I don't know, what's that guy? Cliffs of Dover guy.
Eric Johnson.
Eric Johnson.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say Joe Bonamassa, but I'm like, I can't say Joe Bonamassa. I hate him.
Yeah, he did Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, we've been doing slide, been doing country stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I
Yeah,
picked up.
it's. Hope you enjoy all
You'll
new
have to
directions.
play us one after
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's solid songwriting, so you've already got that. So really, whatever genre you want to dive into, you're gonna crush.
yeah.
You know how songs are put together,
Well-
and you guys got great lyrics.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think something that's a long time that was holding us up, especially during COVID, was trying to record this album and put out a good album. And it's so hard because we're in the set that we just got to get this right. We got to work these songs, work them, get it good, and then we'll put out the best album, our first try, without ever recording any songs ever before this. If we just work on it harder, And
Oh, wait, so 2016's record, where did you do that?
we didn't do any of that. We did that. That was like 4 songs or 2 songs or something, and we just did it as a project at like the university. Yeah, somebody recorded it for us. It was like a project for their class. We just went in and played.
Okay, let me kick this ball really hard. How long have you guys known each other?
Cameron's dad introduced him to Dylan and I when we
was
was
like
walking home
11.
from middle school.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Him and his dad were playing catch, and he was like, "Can Cameron be your friend? He's a loser."
I mean, effectively, that's how it felt. But yeah, I remember I was playing.
While playing catch with your dad, that is not
That's
typically
not a loser.
That's
Yeah,
like
that's-
opposite.
Yeah.
Well, it was just really embarrassing because
Yeah, sure,
like
yeah,
they
yeah.
were like on their longboards. I'm just playing catch with my dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those are both cool things.
They had. I did have a dad. It's a cool thing.
I was so jealous, man.
That's why he was calling you a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Just crying.
yeah.
Fucking loser, man. Dad's probably sucks.
but yeah, that was like 11 or I think I was 11 and
Yeah.
he would have been 12. But Dylan
Fantastic.
and Elliot grew up across the street from each other. So they've known each other since they were like 3.
My gosh.
And
Fuck
Dylan,
yeah. Gosh.
Dylan's dad and my dad played in a band together.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's kinda
Okay.
fun.
This is so many levels.
They
of
played
good.
at my
Whoa.
parents' wedding.
This is
This is crazy.
it keeps getting better.
Yeah,
I'm just digging gold right
I'm
now.
just glad they were better than they were.
Yeah.
You know, because they were like, they were not, I don't know, it left a little something to be desired.
Aw. Have you heard? You've heard it or?
It makes me scared though that we're gonna get to their age and that's how good we'll be. I'm like, fuck.
Like there'll be a regression.
Yeah. Exactly. You just pick it up.
Get
It's like,
lazier.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wait, what? Wait,
Does
did
he
you
Eric
guys hear them
Johnson
play
come-
or like?
I've heard them play.
Okay.
They don't think they ever had anything recorded, but it's,
Just dad rock.
it's just dad rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
I've heard Dylan's dad play in his cover band.
Nice.
They're solid.
Yeah.
Play the fucking bar in the coffee house or whatever.
Killer.
Great time. And I've heard your dad play in his guitar room.
Yeah.
With his guitars and amps and stuff. And yeah, he knows some chords.
yeah. I mean that's really about it. Is like he knows a handful of chords, but he like loves guitars, loves collecting guitars.
What are they raising you on? Like sound wise, what's playing in the house?
My house was way different than your house.
His mom had phenomenal and still does have really good music taste. I feel like I push back against my father's musical taste. It's very like 80s, very, very like just big hair. Like I remember,
Hair metal.
I remember specifically going like dirt bike riding with my dad and be like Poison, Greatest
Whitesnake.
Hits,
Yeah.
and like
Bon Jovi.
Rat, Bon Jovi,
Warrant.
like
Yeah.
just like good, like really fast, like guitar.
Really good music.
bitchin' ass
Yeah,
music.
you know what I
Bitchin'
mean.
ass.
And then I feel like he was really into Jim Croce, who Elliot
Jim
hates.
Croce is awesome.
yeah.
Oh my god.
He's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
He
Those are
loved
good
the
songs.
Eagles. The Eagles.
Operator.
Yeah, was a
Jesus
big Eagles
Christ.
guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eagles is
Um,
huge.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I feel like I always ask my folks about just like music, and I feel like I just know a lot more artists, probably just because I'm more into music than of like people that were around when they were young. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't even know who that is. And I'm
Thing
like,
is-
but this was popular. when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were-
This is
you know
your
what I mean?
time. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Well, they would have to really dig for that stuff because otherwise, it's like
It's true.
Eagles were on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warrant
Yeah.
owned, a couple of years of the '80s and stuff. So like
Yeah.
I mean,
that was
Bon
pop
Jovi.
for them.
AC/DC, that was a huge one. I saw AC/DC with my dad in like
When and
ninth
where?
grade. The Tacoma Dome. I missed basketball practice, and so then I couldn't.
sweet.
I couldn't.
Better miss basketball.
Oh,
No,
fuck
that's what
that.
I'm saying.
Way
That's one of the
better.
greatest to do
Yeah.
it of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I remember that was really sick. I still have like the concert like stub, like the ticket stubs,
Like if you're going to see live music, AC/DC, you're gonna get
It's gonna be
It
awesome.
was
That's
pretty. Yeah. I mean, like I said,
huge loud.
you're a 13-year-old boy. Like that's pretty. That's
pretty badass.
Yeah,
pretty
it's pretty badass.
First concert?
No, my first concert was 38 Special when I was a baby.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, Billy.
Yeah. Hold on loosely, baby.
Don't let her go.
That's right. That was my first concert.
Great.
But Elliot's
Yeah, what did your mom
had
or dad raise
fantastic
you on?
music taste.
Oh man, I would say my mom the top 3 things that we listen to all. First off, I'll preface this by my mom loved music and had whatever music storage system at the time
Kept
was the
upgrading.
hot shit.
Kept
she
to it.
got it.
Uh-huh.
We weren't made of money, but she got the hot music stuff. So when CDs came out, she got CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kept all her tapes and records and stuff. And then when the iPod came out, she got the biggest, baddest iPod and shit because it mattered to her. And we were eating like cube steak. And so
That
we
motherfucker
had
iPod
these,
video.
First
one.
4.5, 5-foot speakers on each side of the stereo.
Did you have the rack system stereo?
Oh yeah, everything to
it's
do.
the only way you could-
8-track,
yeah.
the tape, the CD, the 5-disc changer.
That's what I grew up
all
with.
that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a special cabinet that's just for your rack mount.
Exactly. And my mom worked mornings at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So on Saturday she would sleep in, and at 7 o'clock in the morning, blast those fucking big old Harman Kardon speakers
God bless her.
and wake our ass up, and it's cleaning time.
I love her.
Nice. What's she putting on?
But the three big things I would say were probably like Cat Stevens,
Nice.
Neil Young, and Lucinda Williams.
Oh my god.
And
Cool.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, all good choices.
Yeah, and I rebelled against them. I was like,
You
You have to.
fucking
Yeah, we all do.
sucks. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I do not want to hear Lucinda Williams talk on another track like this another fucking time. But now she's like the best of all fucking time,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But yeah, really good stuff. And she always tried to be young and hip though, so she was always trying new stuff.
Okay.
So like American Idiot came out, and she was like, "This is so cool," and
Yeah.
I was like, "You are so right.
Yeah.
This is so cool." So she showed me that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I
It's a
get
great
to like
record.
show my friends at school,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, this is rock and roll," and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my mom showed me.
Ew.
That's a
Yeah.
really cool mom.
Yeah, and she
badass.
showed us all sorts of stuff. Some stuff that wasn't good. Like she got really into Jack Johnson, like everybody who went to Starbucks. And,
I mean, I like Jack Johnson.
If you drink coffee, you like Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
I do drink coffee.
Exactly. Oh, my mom's. What's my mom's least? She loves the Dirty Heads. I'm like, not my thing.
Yeah.
Not
Shout
my
out the
thing.
Dirty Heads.
I'm
They're
sorry
fine.
to bring it
Have
back
they
to
been? Oh my god, have they been on the show?
No.
Okay.
They're
Fuck
SoCal,
on.
but they are SoCal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Huntington
Yeah.
Beach.
Yeah, they are. Isn't okay. Sorry to bring back to Jack Johnson.
yeah.
No, of course.
But my coworker said he's a wife beater.
Whoa.
Allegedly.
That's alleged. That's
Well,
Allegedly.
Well,
Wow.
then I allegedly like him.
Jesus Christ.
We're allegedly separating the artist from the art.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Well, that'd be a dichotomy,
would-
wouldn't
yeah,
it?
that's
But but that's all I was saying. I was like, but I thought he's this mellow like surfer.
Yeah.
From
you know,
Hawaii.
acoustic
I mean,
guitar.
fucking
And my coworker's like,
sense.
no, dude, he's like doing all sorts of crazy
John and
drugs
Paul,
with
dude.
Andy Irons, surfing pipe and beating his wife. And I'm like,
what?
that's weird.
Put that on a shirt. Surfing pipe, beating
wives.
wives.
That is a really
He
good.
goes, it's like it was the '90s, dude. I'm like, what does that mean?
What?
Yeah, that's not an
know.
excuse. Yeah.
No.
It wasn't the 90s.
And it wasn't the 90s. It was the 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he was chill on stage and then came home and said, grilled cheese for dinner? I don't know.
Gotta
It's-
get your rocks off somehow.
He was like a pro surfer making a shitload of bank, and then he's like, I want to put that, and then he makes even more money.
Yeah, no kidding.
How hard is it to be Jack? Get out
Well,
of here.
there's-
Get out of here.
No kidding.
Hope it's
There's like
not
famous boxers and shit that I have to put in musician.
I'll take Donovan
Jesus
Frankenreiter then.
I
mom
loved,
loved him, too.
Donovan Frankenreiter. Yeah, Donovan Frankenreiter was
He's
cool. Yeah, for sure.
These are
The
results
whole
I got.
Brushfire Records crew, G Love, Special Sauce,
Yeah.
They were cool.
Matt Costa, all those folks.
Matt
That's who all the
Costa.
people that are on Brushfire. By the
We
way.
actually saw
Yeah.
him at Vine like a couple months ago for free.
There you go.
Sweet.
Cool.
It was a cool
Yeah.
show. It was a weird show. I feel like he was playing. I feel like his dad was the drummer for some reason. It seemed like it was his dad.
Might have been.
Whoever it
and-
was, he knew him very well.
It was the like, okay, this next song goes with my dad. Give it up for my
Yeah.
dad.
No, it was just the way
Not-
he treated.
he didn't know him very well in a good way. It wasn't good.
No, yeah, it was interesting. It's strange. It was like he kept getting mad at him.
Huh.
But yeah, it was weird. It was this.
But like in
weird-
an intimate way or like.
Oh, it was intimate because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, like, there's
Yeah.
no stage and you're this
Sure,
close
yeah.
to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm
And-
saying getting mad in like a familiar way though. Like
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, just slow it down. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, visibly frustrated.
Yeah.
But he, like,
We've
thinks it's okay because, like,
talked
I know
about
this.
this.
Exactly.
It was
it's weird.
so strange. It
It
was
was
so
really weird.
That's
strange.
really funny.
It's really weird.
So it probably made Matt tighten up a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. But they were very familiar with each other.
You're on heroin again, I can.
They were all great players. Most of the time it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, they were really, really good players. I feel like another thing, or like when you were just talking about your mom getting an iPod, I remember specifically being young and my Dylan, his older sister, had a big ass iPod. And I remember we'd just like be in the car driving around and there'd just be like all sorts of artists we had never heard of because she was probably like 4 or 5 years older than us and was like a hipster, like lived in Seattle.
That's your crack
was, like,
dealer now. Yeah.
was just like really, really into music. And
More,
so,
please.
Yeah, and I just remember like hearing about all these artists, just like these weird, like niche indie artists, like early 2000s, just via her iPod. And yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
that
like
was the best.
another-
Driving around just with the iPod, like, so that everyone could listen. So you'd just be like on a road trip. You'd always
Yeah.
bring all your buddies.
So
Like,
then,
we're gonna go drive an hour up here. Boom.
what's your first concert then?
Weird Al.
All right.
Whoa! You're our
My
second Weird Al answer.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Who else had Weird Al?
Our buddy Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
iTunes.
great.
iTunes.
yeah.
Hell
Great
of a
bass player.
musician, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first concert that I like got to choose that I want to go to this. Like I
Yeah.
got brought to concerts. And
Okay,
Sure,
things
yeah.
well,
like
what's that one?
You know,
Like your first
God,
memory
the
of being
first
in a live.
memory of going
Yeah.
to see live music was that I know the band. Like I remember seeing like bands at the park and things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, but I have no effing idea who they were.
Ooh, yes, please.
Sure. The band that I remember was a band called Satin Love Orchestra, and they were a Eugene, Willamette Valley based disco cover band.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and they did the whole show up and did the dress up and things like that, and
Wow.
you know, all
So
the,
you're
the
like,
whole
this is kind of cool, but kind of lame.
thing. I thought it was.
How old were you?
I mean, I was probably, oh man, like 8 or 9.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
and
so you
I
were
was
fucking
like,
living it.
no, I
No?
thought this was so stupid.
Too loud.
No, at the time I was like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin,
yeah.
like The Who,
Music.
Yeah.
or it's not music.
Right.
These guys
Yeah.
are dancing, not smashing things.
Yeah, I was like literally like making like I remember my Halloween pumpkin said "disco sucks" on it because I was like, oh, I heard like, oh, guys that like rock and roll hate
Yeah.
disco.
Yeah.
You know.
You got brainwashed too. Yeah. No.
Yeah, exactly.
How
That
old
was
were you?
just
Where?
propaganda from the man.
How old were you for Weird Al?
Oh man, not long after,
Okay.
probably like 10 or
Okay.
11 or something like that. It was mind blowing.
Of course.
insane. I was
Yeah.
just like, I couldn't imagine the level of showmanship.
Yeah.
that went
That
on.
dude's a different level.
Have you
Like,
seen him?
Yeah.
haven't.
That dude's a
I
different
really
level.
Oh, that's
It
pretty
was
good.
awesome.
I was like 13 or something like
Yeah.
that. Like it's like the perfect
Yeah.
time to see someone just
Yeah.
like do everything that someone should do. Like they
Yeah.
don't let you down. You listen to what they do, you see them do it, and you're like, wow, it's even better.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got better. It was so vibrant already, and now you do all that too?
Yeah.
You're the best.
Did you see the Daniel Radcliffe thing?
No, not yet.
Not
Oh,
yet.
the
But
Weird
you've
Al
seen
movie?
Yes.
Seen it?
Yeah.
The preview.
It was on the Roku
I saw the
channel, and
trailer,
it wanted me to sign up, and I said, I'll wait.
You're
I didn't see it either.
You're Weird Al fans.
Of
Love
course.
Oh,
Weird
then
Al.
you're gonna absolutely love this movie.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
it's so good.
The last big budget movie
Okay.
he did was UHF, which I still love.
Yes.
Oh, UHF is very good.
The only downside to this new one was there wasn't more UHF stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah, which
It's
is
his,
good.
It's his biography, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was hilarious.
So
I
Daniel
got to.
Radcliffe did a good job.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, I love Harry Potter.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
What a funny call. You get a call from Weird Al. Hey, I'd like you to play me.
You,
Yeah.
hey,
The
British guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen your dong. I think you
Yeah.
should play me.
I was watching the late night junket, and Daniel Radcliffe was on talking it up. And he said, yeah, I mean, when I got the call, I was like, okay, I don't look anything like him.
Yeah.
So why would he want me? And then the team said, you know, since Harry Potter, you've been taking risks, and we think you'd be perfect. We think you would play it all the serious as it gets, and we think you'd have a great time with the humor.
Yeah.
You know what's another really
He-
good?
he's a good
Daniel-
comedic actor. He's a funny guy.
Have you seen him in Swiss Army? Like
Yes,
Swiss Army
Swiss
Man.
Army
That's,
Man.
that's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
one. You either like people either
Yeah.
like it or they're like this. Is,
No,
no.
it's made by the same guys who made Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
their first movie.
Yeah,
I
I
have
liked
not
it.
seen everything
Gotta see it.
everywhere. I've heard it's
I
fantastic.
It's-
just, I just made the lady watch it
Yeah.
Sunday.
Did you like
Nice.
it?
Yeah, she bawled her eyes out.
It's great.
Aw. It is
Go.
tight for me.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Everything.
No,
oh,
no.
you gotta see
I'm
it.
not,
He's not a
not a
movie
movie
guy.
person.
Oh, okay. Fair
okay.
enough.
Have you seen Infinity Pool?
No.
Oh,
that
you
was
should see it.
Infinity.
Yeah, have you heard of it?
Uh-uh. What's that one?
It's I feel like it's definitely in the vein of it's incredibly good. If you have epilepsy though, you're not supposed to see it.
Fair enough.
It's very much in the vein of like A Clockwork Orange and that type
Oh,
of thing.
okay,
It's
like
yeah,
Dystopian and weird.
it's
Yeah.
weird, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It's definitely it's pretty out there, but it's super good. I would highly
Okay.
recommend it.
Intentional mindfuck. I'm all in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for
Sounds-
sure.
sounds
Well,
Definitely
then,
watch
yeah,
it.
Sounds
you'll
like a
like
blast.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Then, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then it all pulls into like a really heartwarming kind of
Yeah.
like meaning.
Yeah,
at the
I
end.
teared up the first time I saw it. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's great,
oh,
great movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you rebel against with your music then? If that's what you got all this good music coming in, right? And even Green Day should be like your teenage rebellion.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Your mom shouldn't be showing you Green Day, and then
I
you
know, right?
So how did you rebel from her?
Well, I did that. We did that whole thing and like rock and roll, and then like, man, actually, I don't know. How do I rebel from my mom? I don't know, like do good and
Any
like,
music that
just keep
what
my shit
was
together.
Well, yeah, like
What was
for
the
me, it was
first-
punk rock. Like I would, my
Yeah.
parents loved like the top 40 hit kind of shit, just all over the place. So I went right to like NoFX and Less Than Jake and shit that like wasn't.
your folks
in
were
my-
classic rock too, like Janice and Jimmy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But there's only so many.
Average White Band, Tower Power.
If you
I
hear
grew up on
Led
that
Zeppelin
shit.
all the time, it's just not special anymore.
Oh yeah, like I don't want to listen to Jimi Hendrix anymore.
Yeah.
I get it too.
You've heard it all.
But my dad did shit like Green Day and stuff too. But yeah, I definitely rebelled with like punk rock. So did you
Yeah.
rebel that, or was
Like the first music
was
that was your own, and
AC/DC your rebel?
she didn't care for it, but it became your own.
Or even if she
Yeah.
did care for it, she didn't know about it. and,
I
like,
mean,
yeah.
that was kind of like my hard rock thing, like the AC/DC.
Okay.
Led
She
didn't like
Zeppelin,
that.
but no, she liked it. She just was like, I've heard it. A lot. It was really good. It was awesome when we were doing drugs and listening to this shit, and it
Yeah.
was new. And she's like, yeah, it's kind of old though.
Yeah.
I don't really
It's like the
like
songs
it
that get
anymore.
played on the radio.
Like honestly though, there was never a time where I was like, I love this because my mom's gonna fucking hate this.
Okay.
It was always like, if I made music, I was like, I wonder if my mom's gonna think of this, and if she liked it, it was like, oh, that's probably good then.
What was the first artist that became like your own? Like you found an identity in that music and you just kind of became obsessed with it.
Oh man, probably Vampire Weekend.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Like in
We're just talking about-
2008, their first album came out. My
Yeah.
buddy Gus showed it to me because his older sister was really into them,
Yep.
and that was the first band where I was like, "Oh man,
Yes, please.
this
Yeah.
band is
Yeah.
the shit." You know, before that, I told you a million times over, my favorite #1 band in the whole world, the best band to ever exist, is the Who.
Yeah, you're
so-
speaking my language, man.
So quite a jump,
Yeah.
but yeah. Then Vampire Weekend, geez, delved into their whole catalog, what they're all about, their influences.
They broke some rules. They were great.
Yeah, it was awesome.
They're fucking good.
I mean, they're still good. It's not the same without the partnership,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's Ezra's still great.
yeah,
Yeah, those first two records are done like in the same exact room with like the same mics and stuff, so they could get.
I
They're
believe
like,
it.
yeah, this first
Sounds like
record
sense.
we loved, so let's just do it again.
Yeah.
And they did, and they fucking scored.
Yeah, I feel like that was, to go back to your question of like the first concert that you really felt like.
Yeah.
I feel like that I chose was seeing Vampire Weekend when they had just released that second album. Elliot and I,
Really
I
good album.
remember
Yeah.
That was awesome.
it was super, super cool.
Where
I
at?
remember it was in Eugene. It was in our hometown. And
Great.
Fuck yeah.
I remember Beach House opened up for him.
Oh yeah, I know Beach House. Yeah.
And I remember thinking his sister Emily went with her boyfriend, this guy named Jack. I just remember thinking he was just a hipster fuck because he like didn't care about Vampire Weekend, wanted to see Beach House. I'm like,
Yeah.
Beach
yeah.
House,
No
okay.
kidding.
You know, do you remember? Like, I feel like that was
Yeah,
the
what are you
sense
gonna
we
do?
hated
Take your
Jack.
fucking cot and take a nap at the theater?
Yeah. Like, okay, drive your old fucking Volvo, Jack, down to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
see
No
Beach House.
kidding.
You know what I mean?
That is
Like,
pretty hipster.
that
yeah.
was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's like, I don't care
That's-
about Vampire Weekend. I want to go see Beach House. But I like
Right.
Beach House. It's just funny. But I
Yeah, I
remember,
love 'em now.
I remember going down there. He didn't have his license yet because his mom, but he had a car because his mom wouldn't let him.
Yeah. First
test.
album or second album is what, like 2010?
2010.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, his
fucking
mom
show.
was a great show, fantastic show. But your mom wouldn't let you drive
No,
until
I was
you got
like,
a car
I was
first.
like 17 or something, and my mom wouldn't let me get my license till I bought my own car.
Yeah. And so
He
he
ain't
I
got
love
a
her.
reason.
I
He
love
ain't got a
this lady.
reason
This
to.
lady's great. This lady's awesome.
and I remember, yeah. So he couldn't drive because he didn't have a license, and I was still like freshly 16, so I technically couldn't even like drive people around.
Yeah.
And then like to boot, I remember it was a stick, and I had dirt bikes, but like I didn't own a stick shift car, so like I knew how to drive a stick, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, like with my dirt
Yeah,
bike.
your
but-
your
It was-
hand
you know how to
clutches, your
shift
foot
gears.
clutch.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely a little awkward.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't see anything. I remember it all fogged up, but it was really,
Yeah, we
really
like dug around in my mom's drawers and like got my keys. You know, she would like take the keys.
You're like,
You don't have
"Fuck
a
it, let's
license,
go
so
on
and you
fun."
bought this car, so you don't need these keys.
Remember your ticket was a sticker and you thought it was fake? Like your ticket was a
Oh,
sticker.
for the show, I thought
Yeah.
I got ripped off because we scalped them. Scalped
Nice.
my tickets.
Hell yeah.
And somebody sold us a ticket and a sticker.
Yeah, those
You
were the
gotta
two
be
tickets.
kidding me.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it was just it turned out to be all right. They let us in.
Glad you got in. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was a
Sounds
good
fun
time.
as fuck.
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
good
that was
show.
the first one where I was like, this is my band.
This is my jams.
Not some shit my mom showed me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Totally. It does show in your guys' influence. Like,
Oh, yeah,
you have a
I hear that for
wide
sure, yeah.
range
Love
of
it.
sounds too.
Yeah.
So
They hit killer harmonies.
Well, that's I was kind of going to touch on that earlier. Who knows what we started talking about? That's
the show.
That's
but
the show.
Welcome to consistently.
but you
On.
know, we were working on that album for so long, and just trying to dial in this album, and then lost it. And then afterwards, we were so discouraged that we're like, just put out single songs
Yeah.
at a time. And I think we've really been liking that. We're going to continue to do that, and
Yeah.
that's the way to
It's
go
that's the
now
market
because
now,
you
yeah.
don't need to be a band anymore.
Nope.
You,
You
don't
don't.
need to be a rock band.
Nope.
But
You're just
we
a group
But
of
we
musicians.
like
You can put
it.
out a country track and a hard rock track and
Yeah.
and a death metal track. And,
Licensing's
and
where it's at, right?
A western
Get
swing
placements,
track.
get
Lil Yachty's
licensing.
doing lo-fi right now.
Exactly.
Have you
And the thing is, back in the day, it would have been like, what the hell are these guys just selling out? Or if a big artist did that, or are they, what the hell's going on? And now nobody cares.
It makes you want to revisit Neil
Other
Young's
things.
new wave album, right?
I didn't even know that existed. But
You're probably better
he
off
keeps
that
it
way.
buried.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps it buried.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to
it's
listen
like
to that.
Lil Wayne's rock album. You remember that one?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
he shreds.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah,
I love the small release format, though. And
Yeah.
it's so
Yes.
much more freeing. You can do whatever you want. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about it being cohesive as a whole unit. There's something to be said for, I mean, I still really want to make art like that in a
Yeah.
big, giant, hour-long,
We
cohesive
just made an album.
12-piece
Yeah.
Yes.
unit.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is, that's the goal.
Yeah.
But it's really, really hard on your own without a crew, as you guys know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
It takes
doing
a
it by
long
yourself.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just got off the singles game. So we played
Yeah.
the singles game for like
3 years, 4 years?
8 singles or something.
Yeah.
And then we did all this and we're like
Including
we,
a foreigner cover.
Yeah, including a foreigner.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But we just were like we deserve to do an album, so we put one together. But definitely after doing 13 tracks, segues, intermission, like
We're ready to do some short things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so much fucking work.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I still think we should do an LP because we got the space, but like eight tracks, like live.
Yeah,
like live
the
eight,
next one
live
we're
eight,
working
you
on
know?
is 8 and not
Yeah.
fucking 13.
Because
Yeah.
13, and we went down to like reamping and reamping, and like we went hard because we
Yeah.
had the room,
Yeah.
the time. We're
Yeah,
not,
pure vanity project.
you
on
know,
it, yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
scheduling other people's time or paying for anyone else.
Yeah, let's,
so like,
let's put a
get it.
fucking real tambourine in this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the hardest thing about a project like that is not the time commitment even, or the money or whatever. It's the faith.
It's the
too.
patience.
Yeah, it's a
You
lot
know,
of
like you
fucking
have to be
patience, yeah.
doing this thing for something that you can't see, you can't hear until it's done.
Yeah,
And trust that it's going to be good. And
Yeah.
it sounds like shit.
I can't tell you how many
now
times
when you start.
we
or whatever.
did something. I'd be like, "Where's the fucking song?
Yeah.
Where's the song in this?" And then like you gotta wait for like 4 more layers to put on. You're like, this is a fucking song.
Yeah.
Like, all right, now we can keep polishing the turd, mold
Yeah.
the turd.
100%.
We just got,
Yeah.
we sent it out for mastering. We did everything else.
Yeah.
But mastering, like, I don't think we should have the final say. Like, someone else should put on their shit and be like, this is what it should sound like.
Plus,
and
it
then,
should run through gear.
and then we'll make them notes, and we'll tweak it, but it should be out of our hands for the final thing. And we just got version 1.
Yeah.
So we just sent notes last night.
Yeah.
So-
I would say we're 80% there though already, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Oh yeah, most of them.
Very
are
very
good.
minimal.
Yeah.
Like, I have emotionally pooped by having, like, that whole thing checked off.
Yeah.
But then now it's like we're so close to the finish line, version 1 of mastering, that I'm just like, my skin crawls because I'm like, we're almost done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been a year. We started Easter.
Tracking Easter. Yeah. Easter.
Good Friday.
And you guys are doing it the right way. Imagine doing it the right way.
There is no right way.
I was
There
gonna say
is
there's
no
no
yeah,
right-
that's
there
true.
isn't a right
That's
way.
really
true.
isn't.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I feel like there's the traditional way,
Yeah.
I mean,
which is a lot.
if
of
the
work.
right way is doing everything yourself, which is
Does the worst of these tracks turn out better than the singles games that we we outsource for everything else?
Yeah.
Probably not,
not, yeah.
because
I think so.
in those moments, like a good producer and a good mix will already like really save a vibe or like make you like it more. It's out of your hands or whatever. So pros and cons, right? But it's the patience and it's the stomaching of having to put it together. When you said you lost it,
Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah.
fucking sucks.
Holy
like
fuck.
The bummer.
there's
That's a
always more
nightmare, dude.
songs. That's the
True.
good news.
Yeah.
That's the good news.
Yeah.
And as you get better at, I don't know, all of it, maybe it's all tape.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We'll see. I doubt it.
Maybe it's just 4-track on 4-track
Yeah, we
on
can't.
4-track.
We can't manage to keep track of a 2 terabyte hard drive that you can basically throw against an effing wall. I'm sure we'll be able to take good care of this magnetic tape.
You bounce everything of the session of, and then you upload to the cloud. So then whatever it is done. You guys hated that. I can already
Yeah, you got to back that shit up. Triple it up.
It was traumatic. I
Yeah, it's
totally
a
get
bummer.
it. I can't even
I
imagine.
kind of forgot about it.
We-
actually.
Yeah, it's a good thing to block out. Yeah.
We bought a SSD just for the album. So like we have
That's what ours was.
Yeah, I know.
We have an
And to
M2.
lose that.
Yeah, we just put it on. It's only going to be used for the length that it has been, and
Yeah.
we're going to
I
fucking...
mean, I should have backed it up more often. I should have been like every
Yeah,
week, but I
it's
went
gonna be
like once a month because I was cocky.
I got a
That's what
question.
I'm-
Does your guys' new drummer sing?
He does
No.
not sing. No.
Okay.
Never had a drummer that's sang that wasn't one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say you guys all play the drums and sing,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, no.
So wait, when did you move out with OG drummer? Like how long?
What happened to OG drummer?
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a story. So so we were going through that whole Vamper thing, and I remember we were just like, it had been like at least 6 months, and just like nothing was working out. It was getting super discouraging because we had recorded these songs and we're ready to play shows. And I was like, I remember, I think we were just playing or something one night. I was like, guys, like maybe we should just hit up Josh. And like I was like, at this point, like we know what to expect. He's a good drummer.
Yeah.
He's looking for like music. He wants to play again. Like at least we can just play, and it won't be this weird like.
It's fucking your ex.
Yeah, exactly. So we did that, and it was like really good and like really fun. And like there was definitely a silver lining in that. I feel like we like. Because he lives in Orange County and the three of us live up in Long Beach, and just, I don't know, you get busy with life and things. And like, we really hadn't spent any time, the four of us together, in probably like a couple years. And we grew up together, you know, like,
Yeah.
that was the band when we were really young.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I feel like it was really cool to like get together again and to just have that space where it was, oh yeah, this is why we're friends. Like,
Yeah.
This is why we're so close.
Yeah.
Like it was because we played music in a garage, and we're just kids like making music and making noise. And
That's
so
it.
I don't know. And you know, it wasn't like we weren't getting together and getting fucked up. It was just
Yeah.
like, no, we're just like, just like working these songs out. And so like that was really cool. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out, and he couldn't really, just with his own personal stuff and, you know, personal demons.
Commutes and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, mostly, just like, just like inner demons and stuff. And so
Why do you leave the first time?
I think every time we've kicked him out.
Okay.
Actually, I think.
Yeah.
How many times?
A lot.
A lot,
Yeah.
like three or four times.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
On
like,
again,
that's
off
why
again.
that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Is like having sex
Yeah.
with an
Yeah.
ex.
But he came out with you guys.
Yeah,
You know,
we
like-
all moved down here together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lived
That's
in
what
the
makes
same
it
house.
hard.
And he's still
Yeah,
down
we
here.
initially
He's still
just broke
down
it
here.
off just because of the reliability and
yeah.
just
Yeah, dude.
couldn't get a hold
this
of
is-
him or trust that he was going to be there. Or,
It's more important than like your girlfriend relationship or
God.
your wife relationship.
Yeah.
it's so
'Cause,
much.
like it's a in the grand scheme it's a business, right?
Yeah.
How many ladies
hopefully.
have you seen me, with? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I told my lady that we cannot be together if you don't understand that my band is number one.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's a really hard thing to explain to people that have
Yes.
never. It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's like, I mean, it really is every element of a relationship.
Right.
With it's not sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess unless you're,
Yet.
certain groups.
Yeah.
You're really good.
We do blow each other a lot.
I don't know. I've seen some married couples that have like business relationships, which is like I'm like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
way closer to these guys than these two people
Yeah.
that
Are
definitely
married.
have
Yeah.
procreated.
Yeah.
You know, they
for
have
sure.
like 5 kids, but they're like,
Yeah.
hi, darling. I'm like, whoa.
Super sterile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weird. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
crazy.
Put some
100%.
color in here, Becky.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You have to learn this whole new person. You
Yeah.
know, with the drumming and how they
Fucking-
communicate,
especially with
and
drums,
what
too,
they
like,
need from
Could it be any
you.
more foundational to the sound of the
It's
band?
night and
No,
day
it's
from
so
Mose
weird. Yeah.
to Oliver. Like,
It's also like all the songs that we recorded that we're rehearsing to play for these
Yeah.
non-existent shows that are coming up soon.
They're all coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It is a weird thing to ask a drummer to play stuff they haven't written. Like when
Yeah.
Oliver came in, we still have those old songs that our old drummer was with, it's still like.
Oh, I made him my own.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, but for me, it just feels weird because like
Yeah.
I would feel weird if someone was like, "Hey, can you play a bunch of these old bass songs?" Like I'd be like,
Yeah.
"All right, are you expecting me to be to your track?" Or, am
Yeah, and I feel like
allowed to-
that. I feel like that's something we're kind of struggling with at the moment, is because him and I played the drums on it, and
Sure.
it does feel
Yeah.
weird, and sometimes I'm like, fuck, I kind of like the part like I did, like
Yeah.
better than what you
Right.
did.
Yeah.
You know what I
There's
mean?
a reason why I wrote it that
yeah,
way.
yeah, exactly.
Cameron
played
says-
it that way, yeah.
Cameron says it like that we're struggling with it right now. I'd actually say it's the best it's ever been. Ryan's playing, our current drummer is playing our songs that we recorded on drums as close as any other drummer has played it to the way we play it, and now we get to work on the details
It's
where
true.
it isn't,
And I
Yeah,
think
which is nice.
he's right.
That is
It's a
good.
nice
He's-
privilege to be
Yeah.
like, okay, let's.
And he's receptive
work
to
that.
criticism.
Yes.
He doesn't
yeah,
care
100%.
at all.
Yeah.
He just wants it to sound good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what you want.
Oh, it's
Yeah, that's
working
what you
out.
And it's
so.
yeah, like you're absolutely right. It's the best that's ever sounded. I feel like for me, probably personally, why? 'Cause I think it's because all the songs that I sing that are originals, those are like the shakiest, worst ones.
If you say so,
Like they
yeah.
just are. You know what I mean? Like
So
they're
says
just.
you because
Yeah.
yeah.
I
that's
mean,
what
I
you're
feel like
supposed to say.
would you disagree?
No,
Yeah.
but they're the trickiest. You know,
Yeah, okay. That's
right.
the songs that
The
Cameron writes
trickiest.
are
Okay.
usually the trickiest.
Yeah.
You know, like the
The
ones
old
that like
trickster
Dylan and I
kid.
wrote, like on the new stuff, like Waltzing Out. It's just a good old country song.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know,
standard,
that's like what
straightforward
Dylan
thing.
and I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
write. And then Cameron's have all the weird parts and the breaks and
Changes
the,
moves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
The fun stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Totally
it
get
makes
it.
sense. But yeah, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it sounds good. So
So
loving,
I can't
loving
wait
the
to
new
hear.
drums.
Yeah.
I better still hear the old hits though,
That's right.
Man, and you know
because
it's
we still sing the shit for
And-
fun.
End
And,
of.
End of,
Yeah.
end of the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, you
I
won't
haven't
hear
played
that
I
What?
forgot about that
Oh,
song.
please.
That's the problem. Is like
What about you are the life of the party?
party.
no, we haven't played that song in years. Literally, there is not
I'm not coming.
on this dude on the new set.
Yeah,
There
we're
isn't a
planning.
single song that we've ever played before.
Great,
Oh, that's
cool.
pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
that
That's
which is
is
cool.
good.
That's
That is good.
exciting.
You know,
That is
It's really
good.
exciting.
Yeah.
But when
You know what we'd also do? We play a lot of covers.
all right.
Whatever. You know.
We love covers, and we're not ashamed of it. It's
Good,
Not,
yeah.
Like old bands used to play covers all the
all
time.
the time.
all the time.
Dude,
And
used to play
I
covers.
They still
love
do.
listening to
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite bands play covers.
Yeah.
And
Beatles'
yeah,
first 5 records.
yeah,
were like half
exactly.
covers.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Like that used to be a thing was where bands recorded albums half full of random covers
Yeah.
of everybody.
And then like 3 of their
Songwriters.
own.
yeah, exactly. And I'm-
Songwriters were very important then.
yeah,
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
Our set is almost half.
I think
Cool.
what can be
Covers.
cool about covers, I feel like, is trying to find like a really weird like B side. Because it's like for so many covers, it can be your song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
Like you can very easily make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like can be your own thing, which
That's
I feel like is kind of
preferred.
Cool.
That's
Yeah,
preferred.
100%.
If you're
Yeah.
gonna do a tribute,
Yeah. Yeah.
save that.
Yeah,
save
well,
that
I
for
feel like
people that are getting like billed as the
Yeah,
tribute.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Do a song that you love,
Absolutely.
but do it like
Do it
you
your
want to
way.
do it.
It's fun for the people who know it because then they feel like they're in on the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
I
like,
wish I
oh
could
my, I
remember.
know. Does nobody know that this
Yeah.
is a cover? And I'm
Right.
the only one that knows it's a
You
cover.
guys
right now?
broke out some real legit ones at Tiki Bar. I don't because that poster and Naya reminded me about covers in the set.
Yeah, probably Freebird.
I think you did.
Probably played Freebird.
You did play. That was Prospector. Prospector. You guys
Yeah.
played Freebird. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we played Freebird a lot.
Yeah.
I bet you was it a Cold War Kids song?
Ooh.
We used to play "Hang Me Up to Dry"
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Hang Me Out to Dry.
That
or
sounds
whatever it is.
right. Sounds possible. Yeah. Oh.
It's all right. I'll pull it off of Twitch.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, no, I thought this was funny. The last show we played was at what's that place up at in Hollywood?
Oh, blah, 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 blah,
That's the only
Harvard
place we
Stone.
play now. No, I'm kidding.
Harvard
yeah,
Stone's a cool room.
yeah, Harvard
Oh
Stone.
yeah, I like that place. Yeah.
And I remember we played a handful of covers, and I remember like after talking to the guy that like books and is like the bar manager, he's like, man, like you guys played covers. And he's like, I really like that. Like I never really thought of that.
What?
I'm not kidding. Like just like that, and I like didn't even
Yeah.
really know what to respond. I was
Yeah.
like, there's no. I don't know. It was just really weird, and I thought it was like kind of funny.
Huh? That
It
is
was,
funny.
It was just like, man, like that's actually. I think he said that's actually a really good idea, like playing covers.
You
I
should
will-
say yes. It's
I
my
will
idea.
say,
Yeah.
you know,
I came up with it.
it's been a while. I feel like I'm a Californian
Been a
now.
while.
But
Yeah.
what
What year did you get
I,
out?
I was just gonna say there's in
2017.
2017. But I was gonna say there's kind of a different mindset in the bands. You know, like you come to LA, like the first thing we notice is you come to LA and everybody wants to tell you what they're doing, who they know,
Everybody's
how they're
somebody.
gonna get there, what their hustle is, and then I also work at Vaughn's.
Yeah.
Which I was like, what's a Vons?
You know, and so
It's
I
not a
feel
Vons, it's a John.
bands have the same thing going on here. You know, they're very, it's not in a bad way at all. It's just there's more people, more talent, so you need to be more upfront about yourself, but they're more self-involved. They're more like,
Oh, totally.
here's our show and come see what we're doing.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
check us out.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have a little bit more of the mindset like we're here to entertain you.
Yeah.
Half of these are songs you already know.
Right.
You don't have to worry about them sucking.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
they
yeah.
already got past so many people, so many executives. They made it onto the record. They sold. It got played on the radio. It's good to go.
These are good songs. You're welcome.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This
you
next
know,
song's the cover. You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
After our own song, that was pretty
Exactly.
good.
But yeah, so we just love playing other people's songs.
I love
Yeah.
saying that we wrote a song that's very obviously a cover. I really like
That is a
Same.
good one.
I do
yeah,
really
I do
like
that
that.
every cover
I
gig
like
we
that.
play. I say, yeah,
Yeah,
we wrote that
absolutely.
one. Yeah.
No,
That's a classic.
that's fun. I enjoyed lying on stage.
Yeah, same.
Like it's very
Best.
obvious.
I don't know why.
I
Yeah,
enjoy
it's-
making.
Do you feel like it's the only time you can lie and just get away with it?
I
just
can do that all
love-
the time.
doesn't
I'm the
feel
best
bad.
liar anyways. But
I feel like it's fun. Like I try to like make the other members like I feel like it's all like one big
to make
inside joke.
Each other laugh.
You know, I feel like I'm always trying to like one up like some ridiculous shit. You know, I don't know.
It's something that just happens naturally on stage, and you just start lying over the lies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Absolutely.
You built a whole narrative by the time
exactly.
you
Somebody
Exactly.
starts off with one thing, and then
Yeah.
the next song, it's like you mentioned that, bring that up, and
We
you're
might
like,
have to
you're
edit
good.
this part out so that way people don't know.
Exactly.
That
Oh,
you're-
it's all true. Everything they say on true.
That's
is
right.
true.
Oh, yeah,
It's true.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're lying now because you
Yes, yeah.
only tell the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
When they're on
On
stage.
the stage.
You're
Everything
so
is
good
on-
at lying. You're lying about.
I lie so
Yeah,
much
yeah.
now I don't even know when I'm on.
BPM once.
BPM is 179. That's my heart rate. All the
Right
time.
now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, like, see? This is Dylan.
Yeah. Oh, I've been calling you Elliot this whole time.
Yeah, thanks. You guys obviously didn't do your research.
Fuck. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
We've known you for how long?
Yeah.
No, that's wild because I saw that poster. I was like, 2018. That's 5 years.
Yeah, I didn't know we'd known each other for 5 years. Holy
Isn't
shit.
that?
I didn't
That's
think
a
it was
weird
that
one.
That is a weird one.
That's a weird one when you
Yeah.
start getting like I played that show 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
I still remember it.
I don't
Craig and
even know if I
played with
like-
Bristol Memory in like 2008.
Yeah, they've known the Bristol boys for
I've known those
fucking ever.
guys for
Do you
fucking-
like the reminders?
I'm hyper aware of what time it is all the time.
What time is it right now.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's,
Yeah, what
it's
does this
built
say,
into me.
Craig?
Like I just know.
You just like
that
time?
it's 23. Like I know what year it is. I know
Okay.
what month it is. I know what season it is. I know I got to book July. I know. Like I'm.
Yeah, Craig's great with it.
Yeah.
Do we have to
It
book July?
sucks.
Do we have to book
It
July
sucks.
right now?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
you do most of the booking.
No, Chris Dodson.
No, Chris
does.
Dodson does all
Oh
our
yeah, our
booking.
booking
Yeah.
agent, Chris.
He's real
Dodson.
cheap if you want to use him.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Put him on.
Yeah.
It'll give some credibility. You know?
It'll
Add him to the roster.
It'll give
What
him
you
a
have-
lot of credibility.
Yeah.
What is it? Just a percentage of the door you pay him, or do you just like pay him?
Well, it's us, so yes.
Yeah. Yes. So yes, we do. We give him a cut.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we give him a cut.
Do most work on some sort of a commission like that, or like just a fly? Like, give me $500 and
No,
I'll,
quite literally, it's us.
Oh, yeah, no, it's-
no. Chris Dodson is
It's a name.
We
Nice.
use a
Yeah.
fake email.
We're
that.
Chris
We
Dodson.
did that for a while.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
way to.
Yeah,
only
no
way
one
to
wants
do
to
it.
talk to the band.
Yeah.
No one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
We
yeah.
did-
You
we
should still
used to
do that.
for a long time.
You should still do it.
70%
You
more
should still do
gigs.
it. Yeah.
All right.
70% more opportunities.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
60 at least.
right.
Yeah.
You should still do that.
We've been saying our problem is that we haven't played in so effing long.
Doesn't matter.
That's the issue.
No.
Is that as soon as we catch that first show in a long
Nah.
time, it's just gonna.
I mean, it might, but
No,
even
it's still a game.
yeah,
Shit.
It's still a game.
shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, like the bands that are
We
like
were never good at
slightly bigger than us are playing everywhere we want to play because the place that someone slightly bigger than them isn't in their venue. So like everyone's been squashed down to smaller venues because all the big acts are out touring and shit.
Yeah.
So then what we have available to us is like the Tiki Bar,
Yeah.
Still.
which is
We always
the
have.
fucking
There's always the
worst.
tiki bar, guys.
What is your favorite venue you've ever played at?
Besides the Honda Center?
I mean, that's
Ever.
pretty
Yeah,
fucking
Ever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Honda Center is pretty cool.
cool. Is that
Actually-
I barely count that.
Actually,
yeah.
that venue was not very cool.
No.
We had to move tables and chairs
As a
to make it
venue,
happen.
it was cool.
But
As
yeah,
an
but it
experience,
feels
yeah.
cool, like-
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
It's the loudest we've ever been by miles. Yeah.
You just
Hear their metallic.
you hit E major and
Absolutely.
it reverberates on all these concrete walls and
Yeah,
it's sweet.
and it's all
That's
delayed,
nice.
so we were all in like in-ear monitors
But
the whole
who's
time.
the best room in the area?
I
or
think
that
I
we've ever
said-
had?
Wayfarer's great.
Yeah,
Wayfarer is always a good time.
I missed the slide bar. I wish the slide bar.
Slide bar
was
had a
around.
I would
great
say I had the
nights for us.
I had the best shows in Chain Reaction, like mid.
Yeah,
That's that all
20
ages venue in like
yeah.
Orange County,
It
right?
is. They have beer
It's,
now.
it's like 5 minutes from here. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I never come to Anaheim if I'm being honest.
It's nothing to do here.
Yeah, there's something.
Disneyland.
I was
and-
gonna say,
and
are you
Angels.
kidding
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
went. Stop the show. I went to Disneyland
We just
for the
missed
first
the
time
fireworks.
in my
If
life.
we had shut
What?
up for a second, we
Couple
might
weeks
have heard the
ago.
fire.
A couple weeks ago, first time Disneyland.
Yeah, my aunt Marcia and Uncle Dennis took Chrissy. They took Sarah. They didn't take me and Emily.
What the fuck?
Right? If you're listening to this, Dennis, fuck you.
Yeah, you idiot.
What?
Did it blow
you,
your mind?
Dennis.
Did you love it?
Oh my god, dude! I thought I was gonna hate it. I've
Yeah.
told everybody for years I'm never going.
God.
I'm not
You
gonna
hit-
pay
so who's the
$200
hipster
to do
now?
my least favorite things.
Yeah.
Stand in line
Yeah.
for rides. I fucking hate rides. I'm afraid of them. I got on a carnival ride when I was a kid and the thing didn't close. Don't like them since.
All right, that's a good
Um,
reason.
That is a good reason.
And it's just hot in the sun. You know, I'm a
Yeah.
cheap ass. You know,
When did-
it's like I'm not gonna like this.
Did you go on off season?
I don't know.
He said
I
like
went
a
on
couple-
Thursday.
no,
like,
okay,
3 weeks ago.
Thursdays.
like 2-3 weeks
Oh,
ago.
no,
That's sort of off.
yeah, this is off season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
3 weeks
it was,
ago,
it
that's-
seemed
yeah.
not crazy.
Yeah.
And we got like park hopper passes.
Yeah.
Oh
Fuck yeah,
my
that's
god,
what you
dude.
got to do.
best way.
Because we knew somebody, they like got us passes.
Fuck yeah.
It's the way to do it too.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would go back every day and not even ride on a ride. I don't even like the rides. I just like walking around the place and seeing the level of detail that is put into everything.
mean,
It's like if you
dude,
thought
are
of
you
an
on
idea,
shrooms
they
or
are doing
acid?
it, and there's not a J box in that place.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
except for in Cars Land at Mater's thing, you know, where they're supposed to be
He's
J
so
boxes
fair.
and pieces of shit, electrical boxes.
So
you know?
you're going through and just admiring the technical
The
marvel it is.
construction.
I wanted to be. I forgot until I got there that I wanted to be a Disney engineer when I was a kid.
Imagineer.
Imagineer,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now
yeah.
I want to be it again,
Yeah.
and I
Dude,
can't.
I mean,
It's never too late.
It's
never
like
too
more
late.
competitive than Google.
I believe that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I believe that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Disney
And I'm-
is bigger than Google.
I don't
probably.
know. I don't have a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just learned the pentatonic scale.
almost equally is worth it.
Yeah.
But now you're making pedals. You brought pedals.
Yeah.
I brought
Yeah.
pedals.
Yeah.
Let's get a
You
pedal
want to
plug.
see them?
Yeah. Yeah. Bring them on the camera.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. The video's not going. Right.
Oh no, it is going.
Oh, it is going. Okay. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
moving stuff too.
Okay,
while
we're
We're
just not-
copying file.
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
I highly recommend you go to Universal Studios.
Yeah,
Highly recommend.
Is that in Florida?
No,
No,
it's
it's in
in
here. It's in LA.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They have like the Harry Potter world and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it
wanna
is
check
fun.
it out.
Yes.
It is fun.
If
Seems
you're
really
if you're
cool.
marveling
Super
at
immersive,
Disney,
Yeah.
Universal, they went hard.
You're from here. What is
Yeah.
the jank theme park?
The Jank theme park.
Oh, it's Knott's Berry Farm.
That's what I thought.
It's kind of nuts, but I love
What's that one up by Santa Clarita though?
Six Flags.
Six Flags.
Is that jank?
No, Six Flags is great.
That thing's
Really?
banging.
Yeah.
Thrill Park,
Thrill, yeah, like actual roller coasters. If you want like
Gotcha.
real scary
Yeah.
rides.
Gotcha.
fast, tall,
yeah.
The
So
X-
that probably not Elliot's
The
thing,
X2
but yeah.
is the most insane roller coaster. I've
shoots
been on.
fire at you.
Yeah,
Knott's Berry
it's-
Farm.
It's got rotating pods. You like sit in this with two seats, and there's two seats behind
Yeah.
you, and it does flips, and it starts you going backwards, and then does like an inverted drop. So
And then
like
you should,
as,
like, going
as
the
it's
other way?
well as it's going over, they point you like straight down, so it just feels like you're just free falling straight down to the ground. Dude.
Yeah.
It's
It-
insane.
You're,
I'm a-
just- you're
I'm a
describing,
real
you're
thrill
describing their nightmare right
Yeah.
now.
Do you like roller coasters?
I do like roller
Okay,
coasters.
well then
fuck
yeah,
yeah.
Six
You
Flags.
should-
Six
you
Flags
should
will be
go.
great.
Dude,
Knott's
and-
has some good roller coasters too. It has Silver Bullet's
Yeah,
awesome.
for like 14
Ghost Rider's a classic.
But it's still probably I've never been to Knott's, but it's still probably pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
good park.
It's
It's got
we-
good
Oh,
rides.
you guys
We
don't
had
know
some jank.
Podunk. You
Yeah,
guys
I
don't
know
know
there's
some jank ones
theme
that I've
parks
never been
until you
to.
come
Oh,
where-
we
to
have-
where we're
There's
at.
some
guess
shit
so.
ones we drive. Like if you go on like the 91, what's that one we always fucking drive
Oh,
past?
that would
like
that,
fucking.
that would be the free
There's
one.
Yeah.
Camelot and
Craig
also
and I played there,
Sandia
dude.
and
Yeah, there's some jank ass ones
I'm like Menifee
but-
or something.
that are basically just like a mini golf course and like 2 shitty
Lake
roller
Elsinore.
coasters. Like, yeah.
Does Elsinore
It's like-
have one?
If you went to some place where the dirt bikes were really big, I feel like that's
Yes.
where you'd get a janky.
You get there are janky ones
Yeah.
around here, but like Knott's is still a respectable theme park and
Yeah.
has good rides and stuff. But of the big ones that is an actual theme park, it's probably
That's
Knott's.
about it.
Yeah.
Probably not. Legoland?
Yeah,
not even a
fuck. I've
theme
only been to
park.
Legoland like twice, and
Well,
I was
that's
a
not
kid.
Legoland seems sick.
It's not a roller coaster place.
It's
though,
not.
really.
It's that's like if you want to marvel at like some technical construction and shit.
I
I'm
do.
sure.
Yeah, downtown
I'm
Disney
sure
has some of that cool
Legoland
shit.
is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get me out of there. I'd be throwing a fit.
Yeah.
Believe-
Don't take me home. No.
Did you pedals? Are you pedaling?
I got pedals.
Let me see
Yeah.
these things.
Okay. Yeah.
Get a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Sorry if I overloaded your levels right there.
Oh,
good.
Whatever, dude.
Check those out.
I think we have the
They're
meters.
pretty sick.
Very satisfying to
I
click.
can.
I feel like you gotta
I can
open
hear
them
it.
up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
give
Knobs,
me an
you got-
There's some real nice stuff in there
Real-
on the inside. So
real
those bad
nice.
boys.
So what got you into making these though?
So this started like over 10 years ago.
Okay.
Whoa.
I was like 20 years old,
I bought a tube screamer.
and no, I didn't have any pedals.
Okay.
I had one pedal, but I didn't use it. It was broken. Yeah, I'd never had pedals, and I was like, I'm gonna start it. These seem super cool. I'm gonna start a pedal company. When I was like 20.
Okay.
And so I built a clone of an MXR micro amp.
Yes.
That like my buddy he texted me the other day. He's like from 10 years ago. He's like, that's the best thing you've ever made. That's the best drive sound I've ever had on anything, which is
Cool.
not. He just
Wait,
likes a lot of
Keenan?
volume. Yeah.
Wait, he has
He
that
just
pedal?
likes a lot of
No,
volume.
Just likes it
he
loud.
just wants it. But yeah, so it's been and I would do it on and off. I would do a couple pedals, and then I would actually discover how difficult it was. So at the very first level, I was ordering kits and putting them together, and then I would order just the boards, and the PCBs, and then order parts and put those together. And that continued on and off for a few years, and then over the last 2 years, I've been hardcore in-depth studying the electrical analysis of a couple particular circuits and perfecting them. And I learned how to design all my own circuit boards.
Yes.
And so, that's what was keeping me back from feeling like it was mine.
Okay.
Because I was ordering
Yeah,
kits and
already
modifying
done.
them, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
said somebody else's circuit and their name on the circuit board.
Right.
I was like, that's cool, And so I was just like, you know what? F it. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to spend the time and learn how to design circuit boards.
Cool.
So if I
and
was
did
like,
it.
hey, can you make one that sounds like that Russian Big Muff? Could you do it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh
That's the
fuck
easy
yeah!
one.
I need one that I can bring around because I can't haul that thing anywhere.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty easy one.
Sweet.
But
I will buy one.
it's just
yes.
about sourcing the
You tell
parts.
me.
But yeah, and then the last couple years has been where I've been able to do the circuit boards and really defining my own circuits and getting, and with my actual day job, I've learned a lot of the ins and outs of production and, bringing a product to market from design and conception to a product in a package with labeling and instructions and all that stuff.
Yeah. That
and
is
so, yeah,
a good education.
I'm like I'm like right before the point of releasing these things.
I think all this
These-
needs is
dude.
a badass symbol or something.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
get a
I
logo.
have that. I have
Yeah.
my logo.
Okay.
My company's called Number 9 Audio.
Shout out
And
number
these,
nine.
I listened to that
so what
today.
these two pedals are is I basically, for my first project, the one that I've been studying for 2 years, was I'm going to take this circuit and perfect it. And my first flagship product that I release is going to be the world's best overdrive pedal.
Okay.
Yes. And so, believe it or not, that
already
actually
do.
got really frustrating. And I was running into a lot of walls and just getting really discouraged. And so these two circuits came about because I was like, well, I need to actually just, instead of designing the world's best overdrive circuit for my first product and circuit board design, let me take a couple steps back, go to a fuzz, go to an easier overdrive, design those, get those working, get it as a launchable product. And that's what these are. Yeah. And I just, since these aren't going to be released, I didn't do any labels. But I'm also a screen printer. That's part of my job at work.
Nice.
Wow, there
And
you
so
go.
I have that flagship overdrive is coming
the way.
soon. It's got the
All right.
screen printed and pedals,
This
or
is very
enclosures and
exciting.
everything.
Sick.
Yeah, it's
Fuck,
cool.
yeah.
It's been really fun. It's like it feels really good because it's all bubbling up, and I'm like right below, or right before
the
the
cusp.
point where it starts happening. So.
Sweet.
Well, you've also given us a little hint of how mad you kind of are. We've
Yeah,
known
I'm
we've known
insane.
a couple pedal designers. One of them
Yeah.
Oh man,
was one of the craziest persons I've
he
ever
was
met.
he was awesome. Yeah, I have some of his pedals.
Yeah.
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 Feel free. You know what? If he wants to take
They
the
don't
nothing with
work.
him,
They don't. Yeah, none of
just
them
rip
work.
it open and see what that guy
Oh,
was
yeah.
doing.
Yeah. If you want to
Oh, yeah.
pick
If
his
you
brain.
got broken pedals, send them home with me.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, we do.
You'll have some pedals.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we have
the guy's
3.
dead, so
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
wanted, if you
fix
want to
them.
see him, check
Yeah.
him out. I have a Seymour Duncan one that apparently has mini tubes in it.
Hell yes.
So if you want to see it,
Yes, I
hasn't
wanna
worked for
see it.
years for me. You know, if you just want to rip it apart for parts,
I'll make you something out of it.
it's just it's a dust cover right
He comes
now.
Hell
back with a
yes,
gun.
I certainly.
I made you this.
Yeah. But no, it's fun. It's a good time, and these things sound pretty fucking ripping.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear him.
I mean, that's kind of the. You're gonna hate this. I've been playing out of a Helix for a long time.
There's nothing wrong with
Okay,
Helix.
but
I'm
like,
all about that.
It's very utilitarian. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
even if I'm playing like out of a house cabinet, house amp.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Let me just adjust a little bit. Good. I found my sound.
Yeah.
Whatever gets you there.
Good enough.
Are you done with traditional amplification now?
No, I still love amps.
No. Look at how many fucking
still-
amps we
Yeah.
got.
Well, I don't know. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe there's
No, we
collecting
use all of
dust,
those.
you know?
I still
Yeah.
love amps. Depending on where I go and like, if it's a shit gig and I really don't care, I'll walk in and be like, yeah, they can plug me in, and just fucking XLR. I have a patch for that. I bought IRs. We're
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Exactly.
How's your system? Good.
What does it stand for? Impact response?
Impulse
Something-
response.
He's losing it.
God
you
damn
didn't
it,
even
Cameron.
know the like 2 weeks ago when we were talking about this.
I
Like,
had-
what does IR stand for? What is
I
IR?
had to research it so I could spend money on it because I'm not like, gonna
Yeah.
like add things that
Yeah.
I don't really get. So
Yeah.
I guess, they put a really good mic in front of a really good
Cab, right?
amp and then they like pushed the air at it and they said, that's the air. I'm going to sell the air.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
it sounds better than the Line 6 like
Pod.
stock,
Yeah.
amp cab.
I mean, they're supposed to be really,
combos.
really good. So
It sounds different. It sounds different. It doesn't sound so
It
digital.
has its ups and downs.
Still doesn't sound like an
There's still major issues with it.
It
What-
still doesn't sound like
What I've heard is that the difference is not so much the sound. Like once you're in a room and you're playing with a band, nobody is gonna notice the difference of the sound. What I've heard is the feel
Correct.
is different.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like maybe 10 milliseconds
this
or something.
this
Yeah.
responds
Yeah.
differently. Just that.
Interesting.
Just that between an amp and going straight through a pedal. You just have a different relationship to what's coming back to you.
Gotcha.
So I always will go with an amp. Always.
Yeah.
did you
Unless I'm forced out of it.
All right, it's that time. What guitars are you playing right now?
Right now it's a 96 Mexican Telly. It's
Beautiful.
like the standby right now. It stays in tune the most. It feels great.
Yeah.
And
great
then
guitar.
behind that is this Franken Telly. It's got
Telly.
P rails. It all switches. It all does the things. It's a deluxe with a flipped headstock, and then
You just got
slide.
gold top.
Oh,
no.
Baxter Guitars, Canadian
yeah, they-
company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
They hooked them up with
incredible.
a custom.
Yeah, they got
cool
they
shit.
got me a custom. They have a bunch
Is
of different
that-
body
That's what
shapes.
the other telly
That-
is.
No.
It's
Oh
like-
wait, that's what this one
It's
is.
almost
No,
like
no,
a,
you'll
like
see
a
it.
mahogany
I'll show you.
It's
or
like
like
an
a
Ibanez
walnut looking.
Iceman thing. It's a
Oh
neck
shit!
through,
Wooden looking custom.
neck through.
shit.
It's got two hot rails, neck and bridge, and it's got a single coil in the middle, and it phases, and it does all of it. It does all of it. It was like cut from a piece of wood, so it's a slide guitar, and I just play dad ad because the intonation sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't
So
sound
Yeah.
too
I'm
right.
just
We
I'm
call
doing
it show
big
ready.
cow-
That's its
Yeah,
nickname.
yeah, it's
We're
show
like, is this
ready.
show
I'm
ready?
just making it ugly now. But when I first got it, I was like, "Well, this does everything." Like it doesn't stay in tune. I'm like, "It does."
Yeah. Well, but it's a sick ass guitar.
It, it sounds
I was
amazing.
retuning in
Sounds
the
great.
middle of
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
But it sounds dope.
I'm on 92 Japanese P bass now.
Beautiful.
With a sick one, and then that T40, 79 T40, and then I just got a Rick.
Yeah.
The Rick's
What'd you
fucking
get?
sick.
4003.
Yeah,
Yeah.
walnut with the neck through. Yeah, it's fucking beautiful.
beautiful.
I'll bring it out for you.
Those are sick. Those are sleepers.
Those are
Right
sick.
there.
40s.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
T40s
it's
are
just-
super awesome.
It's just 30 pounds.
yeah, exactly.
That's the fucking problem. My P
coming
bass is
out of
like
the wall
8,
right
dude.
now. It's-
I put it on. I'm like, I could do backflips with this thing.
Yeah.
And that it's like, oh man, so versatile, but
Can't
it
move.
weighs so fucking much. The body is solid fucking wood.
Yep. We had one of those at my church where we,
Oh my god.
where we
yeah.
cut our teeth on "You Are Almighty."
Yeah.
Hey, those are good
The good old
gigs.
classics.
Those are good
I know
gigs.
that area.
Built-in
Best
audience.
sounding, yeah.
Built-in audience.
Exactly.
Oh God, I have two important questions. One's individual and one's a group. So the group one is, what's your first like gig together? Like when did you form the band together? Because there's got to be a moment.
Were
in
you always
time
called Pluto the Planet?
before you moved to
wait.
California?
Yeah.
We used to be called Gus and Us
Gus and
because all of us were in a band, and our other best friend was named Gus. So everybody was in the band besides Gus.
so you were the us.
Yeah, we were the Us.
yeah,
I still
yeah.
have
Always Gus
I
and
still
Us.
have a shirt that we screen printed in his mom's garage.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
To this
yeah.
day.
What? How long have you been screen printing?
We
Long
used
time.
to screen print all our shirts
I
like
used
in
to own
high
a screen
school.
printing business.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. It's the best.
I screen printed this.
Fuck yeah, you did.
Nice.
My best
Yeah.
work.
Flawless.
Thank you.
Gilded.
But
You
first
just bought it off
time
your catalog.
as a band, so there's a little bit of drama
Ooh.
about that.
Can't
Spill
wait.
that tea, baby.
We met and we kind of started playing together, and we split.
Before the
Whoa.
show. Before our first
So,
show.
as like middle school.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
So Dylan and Cameron, they're a year younger than Josh and I. The
Okay.
drummer we moved down here with.
Yeah.
And so Josh and I started a band with two other classmates of ours. Manny and the other Cameron. And Cameron and Dylan started a band with their other buddies, Matt, and something. You guys were like called like Dixie Cup Full of Intestines or something like that.
What's the name?
I think.
Yeah,
Or Flying Squirrels or something.
Yeah, I think it was a flock of squirrels or something.
Flock of squirrels.
No, it wasn't with Matt. It was with Haley, whatever her last name was. Haley, and then Josh also played drums.
No, that was when we got back together.
No. We have the video of the talent show. Josh played.
Talent show.
Josh played drums in. No, we played together before that, and you left. You ditched one night. We played Guns N' Roses.
Probably.
Probably.
What's Guns N' Roses song?
We played Sweet Child of Mine. And you didn't show up the second night, the matinee night.
Oh, I didn't show up for the show.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
yeah.
Wait,
it was at the
second
middle
night. It's a
school.
multi-night
It was
talent
a
show?
multi-night talent show because
Yeah.
it was that good.
Yeah, I didn't show up.
And
I
Elliot,
had a, like,
Elliot fucking
family
shows
thing.
up the first night. Bullshit. You just didn't want to. You said you didn't
don't
want to
know
go.
what. I don't
You
know
said
what.
you just didn't want to go.
What a good reason.
Probably.
That's
And then
amazing.
the next year is when we
still
split
do
up.
that.
That was the first year.
Still do that.
I wore like a big cat in a hat. It was like blue and white and
Like Slash, but
Yeah. It was
this
so-
little
But
tiny
cooler,
kid, and he was
but
like 4'9".
Yeah, I was teeny.
But yeah, that was so.
man.
In middle school, we played together, and then we had our own bands. Like me and Josh went and did our harder rock thing, and they did their butter rock thing.
Butter
Then
rock.
when did we come back together? Probably. I know.
In high school.
I know for high school for Cameron's
For the
high
talent show.
school's talent show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A talent show broke you apart.
And it
brought
brought
you
Brought us
back.
back together.
Talent shows were the best gigs in
They
the
are.
Northwest
Oh, of
in
course.
the beginning, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Man, they
Ours
were
were
just
awful.
the talent
Did
show
you guys play
scene
talent
was
shows?
just
Oh,
on
I did.
fire.
Yeah, and school battle of the bands.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I only did.
That's how we got our
won
first
this
record.
year.
That's how we
we
got our
won
first-
a battle of the bands.
Oh,
That
nice.
was after we got back, in
The
high
reunion one.
school. Yeah.
Is that as Pluto the Planet? How long has Pluto the Planet been the band now?
shortly after that?
Okay.
Oh.
So it was we did that little talent show for Cameron's high school, and like we did a couple other dinky things, and then won a battle of the bands in town, and then that was as Gus and Us.
Okay.
And then right after that, I think we were eating at the Chinese food place, Maple Garden, and we changed.
Shout
it.
out Maple
Shout out
Maple
Shout out
Garden.
Maple Garden.
Best
Still
place
there.
ever. Favorite restaurant in Eugene. And yeah, so we changed it to Pluto the Planet. That was that. But it was it's like this Pluto the Planet formed a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
You know, because the songs have been so different throughout the
Hey,
the times.
that's
that,
how
you know,
bands-
We
that's how
really
bands
should have had like 7 different names, but we're just still the same people, so
Yeah.
it's the same name.
I've been playing with him for decades. We've never sounded like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
this,
Has it always been filmed, Pete?
this is the
No.
no.
They
but
used to be No One Goes Home.
Yeah,
I got to
that's
show you some.
what we
the-
moved
on the
out.
celebrity-
Did you guys go to Warp Tour?
We did.
Yeah.
We played Warped
Because I
Tour,
feel like
Oh,
If your
I'm gonna
band
show you
name-
some pictures.
If your
real
band
quick.
name's a sentence,
I'm gonna
you
yeah.
probably went to war.
Yeah.
if your band name's a sentence,
Right? I
Yeah.
mean, come on now. You know,
I know. We're
you
like
know,
one
I never
word.
drank water out from a bottle. I don't know. It's just like
No.
it's always like it's got a.
Oh, 07, 07 we were all in. Half black, half
I'm gonna show you
bleached,
some pictures right
red
now.
ring.
Yeah.
I was on keyboards and
With guitar, we ran tracks.
two
Do you have
keyboards.
a white guitar?
half
white and a black
black,
guitar?
half white, flying V, fucking all of it.
No, we're one word away in our title from being a hardcore band.
Yeah.
You know? Pluto the Planet, Nevermore.
Yeah, right.
You know,
This
that's
is
like
amazing.
Yeah,
Hold on,
it was
hold
the
on.
time.
Hold on, you're gonna love
That's
I want this to get bigger.
that's the MySpace. That's the time. You know,
Yeah, man.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
How old are you guys?
I'm 36.
enough.
I was gonna say
36?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say we did MySpace too, and we were a few years
So that's
younger
what-
than that.
That's when we were like 20, 21,
Ish.
23.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
I
MySpace
still had
days,
hair.
we were in like end of middle school, beginning of high school, and Cameron's 29, I'm 30.
That was an explosion of music, though.
Yeah.
Like everyone got.
Dude,
who's
my,
ever
that's
music
like my
everywhere.
mom was the MySpace
that you
king
have these
because
pictures.
MySpace
You
was
know
where
what I
you
mean?
find the
I
band.
Aren't
still
you
want-
glad you have
I
that?
still want them to be that band.
We got blue. We got blue now.
Yeah,
We
we're
got
blue
Fucking
now.
hate
Yeah, we're
pop
blue.
punk. I'm over that shit.
I know.
I'm still the pop punk
it's
kid.
not the life.
Warped Tour's dead.
I miss Warped Tour.
Were you guys
so
big
much.
on MySpace?
Yeah.
We're huge on MySpace.
We were
Yeah.
going for the million. We were going
Yeah.
for the million.
Supposedly, who was it? The manager of Real Big Fish, that fat guy.
Million
Vince,
what?
Vince Pileggi was
What?
going.
Million what?
Friends.
followers. He was
Yeah,
going to
that's
sign
what it
us
was.
when we got to a million. We got to like 959, and he just like fell off the.
959,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
We used
was
to book
fun.
like
It was good.
60 date shows and shit. We'd go or 60 date tours. We would go all over the place,
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just.
just off of just MySpace.
We're
thing.
ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get that back.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
We just need better photos.
Well, it was
Yeah.
also a different time. We, used
We need to look like that. We
Hey,
still
it's
need to look
photos.
like
Hey, I
It's
got a
just
camera.
Dude,
It's just photos.
we would add people for like 5 hours a day
Yeah,
on
that
top
was-
of
that
your
was the
on top of your
gorilla.
work schedule. You would respond and message everyone.
No,
you
truly, that
talked
was
to.
it.
So you're just like in there, like you'd wake up in the morning, there'd be like fucking 2,000 messages,
And then you're replying to each comment.
and then
each
adding
message.
people and all that shit.
You
That's
don't
when
remember who
MySpace
any
worked.
of these people are. You're just reading it and going, "Oh, sorry to hear that."
Yeah, you'll run into them in like St.
rock
Louis,
on.
and they're like, "Hey, remember
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
talking about like when my cat died?" And you're like, 476 people told me about their cat
Straight
dying this
guerrilla
year.
tactics.
I have no
Yeah.
idea. Yes, yeah. Oh, I
insane.
can't
I
believe
love it.
about
It was a
Betsy.
wild time. Yeah.
Yeah.
MySpace,
crazy.
man.
But fun. But like, unless you're, I don't know, building a Snapchat list and
Yeah.
keeping people on your the game is much
Game's different.
Different now.
Yeah.
It's much different. There's not like one single source for people to let their teenage blossom music
Yeah.
discovery thing. Now it's Spotify. Okay, I'm gonna put on Ish, and then we'll see
Yeah.
what comes out.
You said it
right?
perfectly. Is that back then was a special point in music. Like that was the time that teens were really
music
going out
and
to
the
shows.
internet.
All ages venues
That-
thrived.
No
That
one
was a
knew what they
thing.
were
Yeah.
doing yet.
Yeah.
Moms were making cookies to give to their daughters to give to the bands that are playing there. Like that does not happen anymore. Like teenagers are inside on their phones and shit.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, it's like they're everywhere, but nowhere. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like
They're
there's
still
just,
teenagers.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's still like the same.
People grow up.
People grow up, and they also aren't going. Well, first of all, the teenagers now had to deal with COVID, so they don't go to shows. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't.
Yeah, I didn't even think. Yeah, that
Yeah.
kind of really just fucked things
fucked
up.
a lot of things up.
Dude.
Yeah. And
It's
in
just
a
back to
subliminal
normal.
way.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
most of it is just like
just got used
you
to
don't
being
even
home.
you just don't even think about it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Oh, I guess I'm gonna get into video games now, and now
Yeah.
I'm really good at video games.
yeah,
Or
been
I'll
2
tune
years.
into this
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
show that you're going to stream.
Yeah. Okay,
Like
now
all
the
this
individual
funky-
questions while he's
Okay.
still out. First record you bought with your own money.
first that's a damn.
Should I get more beers?
It almost hits every episode. We try and not forget to ask people.
Yeah, that's our favorite question.
The first record, does it have to be like like a LP, like record?
No, just album
First piece of music,
you bought.
that you bought with your own money.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that one.
Oh yeah, go Elliot.
Me go?
Yeah.
Oh, I bought Deep Purple CD. I
nice.
think it was I don't remember the name of the CD, but it was a compilation.
Okay.
It's like greatest hits.
Oh yeah,
type of
greatest
thing.
hits.
Okay.
It was sick.
That's the best way to do
Oh my
it.
god.
Yeah.
Okay, so funny thing, Josh, our drummer.
That's me.
I bought that and we listened to it on our Walkman I bought that CD in the 5th grade. And we listened to it in our Walkmans in my Walkman that had 2 headphone ports.
Splitting the
On our
signal
5th
back.
grade field trip to the Portland Zoo. 'Cause we were in Eugene,
yeah.
and I had Deep Purple greatest hits, and he had D12. And Josh is like a rock drummer,
D12,
and he had never heard
Yeah.
Deep Purple, so I showed him the song Fireball that just starts with the crazy drum solo to start, and he was hooked. But yeah, man, I remember that was so sick. I saw the movie School of Rock. I'm like, Deep Purple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Deep Purple
I mean,
rules.
Deep Purple rocks.
And
Also,
it's
it's
still
like one of the
absolute
first
level.
bands you probably learned when you're going to be playing a guitar.
Yeah,
Like 1,
it's
3,
the first
5.
riff. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like first riff wrong. It's always wrong.
yeah. They always do it in
It's
E. They always
awesome.
do it in E. Yeah,
So it's one note, and
Yeah.
it's on the E string.
It's funny that that's a thing, and everybody knows. Like, oh, everybody plays it wrong first. Nobody teaches it right.
yeah.
No one.
Well, I think
Well, they're all learning it by ear.
Learning it by
Just
ear.
saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all a bunch of losers.
So what do you got, Cameron?
My first record, I mean, I don't think this was like legitimately the first piece of music I ever bought. I feel like I can't remember. But I feel like the first piece of music that I bought that like had any sort of an impact on me that I like actually remember. I had my first car was a '99 Dodge Stratus that had a tape, like a
Tape
like
deck.
a tape deck.
Yeah.
And so the
pretty UFO car.
yeah, like a UFO car.
Yeah.
I drive a Dodge Stratus, Will Ferrell thing.
Big time stuff.
Yeah. But I
I had a
remember.
Chrysler. No, I had a Plymouth Breeze.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, yeah.
Same fucking car.
Yeah, same-
fucking
yeah,
car.
exactly.
I totaled it. Anyway,
Great car.
great car.
That honestly was a really good car.
It was a good car.
It was for me. I had the thing for 9.5 years and not a single issue.
Oh, I had for like a year and a half. I totaled it.
Changed the oil 3 times in the 9.5 years.
Wow.
Solid car.
Only thing I ever did to it was put new tires on it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, that's
The
it.
essentials. You didn't even change the brakes in 9.5 years.
No, dude,
Jesus
it literally
Christ.
didn't start shitting out until my friends down here started driving.
Oh, you
And then just
brought
ran-
it down.
I brought 2 cars.
was his first car.
Okay, so there was 6 of us. We brought 3 cars, and I owned 2 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You
And
just
so-
started collecting cars. What do you mean?
I mean, I had a.
He owned the band van.
I owned the band van.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right,
My
all right.
dad bought us a band
By
van.
default,
and-
you had
yeah.
yeah. You were in charge of the
Yeah.
the big.
But I remember in this Dodge Stratus, I remember, like I said, I had the tape deck,
Yeah.
and I remember going to Goodwill and getting Paul Simon's Graceland.
oh
And I
nice.
just remember it being like
Nice.
very much like the entire summer.
Summer of
Fuck, yeah.
2010.
It was like the
that
first
was on
summer I could
repeat.
drive, and it was just like I fell in love with that record. And just,
Hell yes.
like Ladysmith Black Mambaza is just fantastic.
My
Great
God.
record.
Yeah.
Well, and we couldn't. It's like you couldn't skip anything. You couldn't just listen
Yeah,
to
it's a tape.
Graceland, and you
Yeah.
couldn't just listen to Call
Yeah.
Me Al.
Yeah.
You know,
The whole
so
record, just top to bottom, is
a great record.
Fantastic.
Diamonds
yeah,
on the
that
soles
was
of her
that was
shoes.
super influential for us. That was the same year that that second Vampire Weekend.
of my
came-
favorite
album
There you go.
came out,
2010.
you know?
Yeah. Who? I don't know if they've ever heard Graceland before.
I-
Yeah,
yeah.
right? They've never heard
Wow.
Graceland. Yeah.
Yeah, incredible record.
Just
Yeah.
just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like just I mean that record was like just incredibly formative. I feel like for all of us,
Yeah,
at least 3,
sure.
like
It
me,
is a big
myself,
one.
and Dylan.
For sure.
Yep.
I know that everybody individually would say that record like had an impact on them in some way. And then I remember getting into college, and I had a really good friend, still a good friend, who was a music major. And I remember him like going on and be like, "Well, like that record's racist."
Yeah. Dude,
And
freshman
there we
year of
go.
college, they gave me that
You know,
lecture
they
too.
gave me that spiel, and I'm-
The cultural appropriation.
And I remember I'm just-
yeah.
yeah.
Thanks.
And
Paul.
Yeah.
and I feel like I don't know, like it just
No, that was like literally like within the first week of college, I got that lecture. Yeah. About Graceland. I was like,
Yeah.
We're separating
Yeah.
the art. It's a really good album.
yeah.
People
Yeah.
still like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
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 He
You know,
paid.
people
He
still-
fucking paid
He
musicians.
did Thriller.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like
Yeah.
it was a collaboration.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like he was like.
He's not doing blackface or anything.
Yeah.
He didn't take a bunch of people's songs and then Paul Simon sang them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, but that
you know.
bassist. Holy
Dude,
shit.
everybody. Ray Fury, the
I
guitar
know.
player
Oh
on
my
that
God.
album. It's like, oh my God.
Have you ever
It's so crazy.
have you seen the like it where they perform it in Central Park?
No.
It was a free show in Central Park.
Whoa.
Dude, it's
feel like I saw
crazy. Ray
clips, yeah.
Fury's
I might have
playing
seen
with
clips,
that. Or
yeah.
it's actually not. No, that's not Ray Fury. The Steve Gadd's playing drums
Oh,
on
hell
that
yeah.
album
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
the live performance.
Yeah, yeah.
It's nuts.
Love Steve Gadd.
It's nuts. It was the largest concert in the world. Most
Yeah.
attendees at a concert at the time.
At the time.
For free,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was free in Central
Yeah.
Park. And it was like right after Graceland came out. It's
Wow.
it's
Or
epic.
the album afterwards.
Rhythm of the Saints.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Rhythm
Yeah,
of the
you're
Saints
right,
a lot
'cause
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was still in appropriation.
Yeah, he was still appropriate.
He was in his, Paul was in
Yeah,
his
he's just in a-
appropriation phase. You know? I
know,
mean, what is it,
Africa,
like early
Brazil,
90s?
you know.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, oh, I'll just get a whole choir from back here, and you know, and
just get some Brazilian drummers. you know,
Everyone was saving. All Americans were saving other countries by
by taking their art. Yeah.
by taking their art and being
Yeah.
like, look, these people are good too. But
Yeah.
But
we've
we
learned a lot.
We can do better.
We've learned a lot.
but then put Paul Simon on it, and then we like it.
I mean, I don't know. Was it so bad?
No,
I'm sorry.
the time,
Like
that's
maybe
what
that's
it
a
was.
fucking hot take, but I don't think.
no, it's
It's a
not.
beautiful. It's a
That's what it
beautiful
was, and
record.
it's
Yeah,
still a great
If you're
record.
offended by it, don't listen to it.
There's ways
Thriller.
there's ways to
Thriller.
play music from other cultures appropriately,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there's ways to just steal it.
yeah, exactly.
He
And I
did it
don't
the
think this is
best
stealing.
possible way. It's a collaboration,
Yeah.
songwriting between
Yeah.
people cross culture.
I mean,
that
we
came
said we
together
were
to
gonna
make
talk-
beautiful art.
We said we were going to do religion politics mainly on this episode.
Let's do it.
But
For
you
this
know,
album specifically.
it is crazy as the generations go on how much we kind of try and correct history
Yeah.
without the notion of that's just how everything
was, yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
was. I mean,
Yeah, it feels like
Yeah.
there's no like grace sometimes for the past. of
it's
just,
weird
like,
that we don't give
you
the
know?
80s any like quarter, but like the 1700s is just history because it's history.
Yeah.
So is the 1400s. So is all of that, but
Yeah.
it's still too recent. So we can go, fuck you, Grandpa. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure.
we're
Yeah.
getting better, and I think that's the important part.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
You also
But like,
can't-
here's the thing: you can still make Graceland today. Like,
Yeah.
if you get the right session musicians and they agree to be on your album,
The difference now is it's
Yeah.
just featuring.
yeah,
on all
yeah,
the
they'll get
Spotify
better
tracks.
credit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like what track is not more than one artist anymore.
Yeah, that
none
too.
of them.
There you,
know,
too.
That's
There you
what
go.
I'm saying. Like,
if you're
it's
on
So cite your sources. Is that what we
collaboration
learned?
Yeah, we
the
just want a
thing.
fucking bibliography at the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah,
album. That's all we
right.
want.
Yeah.
Like if you're
Just
trying
cite your sources.
if the gist of collaboration is like taking two audience of something to like one thing to combine your mass appeal, like
Yeah, that's all it is.
the
That's-
rage now.
I was
right?
on the rock playlist, and this is the first time that I've seen Spotify, this level of rock artists, major label rock artists. It's a band featuring a band. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that.
yeah, and
Give
I was
me,
like,
give me an
yeah,
You
example.
showed us.
It's
We'll show
like
you, yeah.
probably still on the new
Okay.
rock, but like I
Gotcha.
I don't even remember the
pointed
band
to him.
names.
I was
Yeah.
like,
I don't
look at the
remember
band.
A band featuring
an
a band.
entire band. So
Yeah.
is there two drummers? I don't know what
I love it.
exactly is happening, but
Yeah.
seems like management said this is a way we get more plays
So
for
sure.
everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Seems like they're kind of hacking the system on it, and I'm all for it.
It's fine. Yeah.
However you're gonna cut the din.
Right. Put your name on
Yeah,
it.
just
Yeah.
produce good music. That's all I care about. I don't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
about shit.
Fuck
Have you
it in.
guys had much success with like Spotify playlists?
Fuck no.
No, we got one song on one.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if 1 out of 30
Yeah.
is
good,
is,
yeah,
is
yeah.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you guys. Since you guys were doing it back then, what would you say is like the benchmark of, like that could be, like a marker, like, oh, we got a song on a prominent Spotify playlist.
That's
Like, what would
probably
you,
our biggest one now.
what would you say was like a carrot then, when you're 21
Right.
to now? Like, what has changed? Just, I don't know, just out of curiosity.
Carrot then.
I mean,
Like,
definitely
what were
was-
you gunning
the-
for then?
It was MySpace
Yeah,
friends
going for
and
the million,
shit,
like you
'cause
said,
It
yeah.
made it really easy to make these all ages venues like confident that they could book a band that they've never fucking heard of from a state that they probably despise because we're West Coast yuppies, to be like, yeah, we're all right with you coming and playing a Saturday night here in our venue. And
Yeah.
that was like our like meter that we used, because there wasn't record labels that were picking up anyone that wasn't already like super polished at that time.
Gotcha.
And it still was kind of like it is now, where it's all about who you fucking know.
Yeah.
So like the people that were
Game's the same.
yeah, the game's the same. They're just, the metrics are just different, right?
Yeah.
So like now we're looking at
Millions.
yeah, Instagram followers,
Yeah.
interactions. You're looking at numbers.
I have to
numbers,
post
numbers.
this. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
would say
speaking
that's
of
probably
Instagram.
the biggest thing, because otherwise, like, we did everything. All of our accomplishments from the pop punk days literally came from just guerrilla warfare. Just us. We like, when we released our album, we did like 300 mailers to venues. So we would just give a press kit with our album.
Was it a
and-
physical press kit?
Yeah, physical press kit. We shipped
What
out.
did
to-
that include? Just because I'm just now.
So-
CD
curious.
sticker.
and then a one sheet.
One sheet.
Yeah.
What is a one sheet?
So
It's your EPK on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha,
that's exactly
gotcha,
what it is.
gotcha.
Yeah, so we would just send out 300 of those to venues that we wanted to play, and then we would hope that you have 60 of them respond and that they were willing to, and then you just book your tour, like string yourself along.
What were they responding? Did you guys have cell phones then?
Yeah.
What were they? They were responding to your cell phone.
Emails and cell phones. Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Cell phones
the age
existed.
of side.
They're not that old, Cameron.
Well, but you didn't have email on your cell phone.
I gotta moisturize.
Right? Like,
So you
you
would
wouldn't
have
check
to
your
have-
email on your cell phone then.
Yeah, we all had like
Yeah.
sidekicks or
Yeah.
like
Oh,
the
nice.
big ass PDA phones, like the ones that
Nice.
are bricks that slide on.
Blackberries.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what
Yeah.
we were all
That's what y'all
using,
rocking.
and it was still like email was at least popular enough that everyone
Yeah.
was fucking using it because we were
There's-
always on MySpace.
Email is still
Email's
the-
still king.
It's still the
It's-
translation. It's still the language.
Yeah.
It's how anyone actually still gets things.
That's
done.
all we still
Yeah.
book through.
Yeah.
Or Chris Dodson still
If
books
we
his shows.
if we DM venues, it's going to be a direct to an email.
I believe you,
Yeah.
but I will say we have not hit the booking train at all over COVID until like the last month.
It's been fucking weird. Like,
And we've been emailing places all over the place, Long Beach, LA, Orange County, and just fucking radio silence. And we also then we just took to Instagram messaging people.
Yeah,
and that's
DMs.
what's been getting us
Great.
replies
People replies.
Okay,
Yeah.
lately.
great.
Yeah, which made us think
Hustle
because
that
we were
side.
always in the sense like back in the day, we're like 20-year-olds, like we need to email this venue
Yeah.
or they'll think we're fucking idiots.
Yeah,
Just calling them or walking in, we
Yeah.
need to be professional. And now it's like going away from that. It's like at least where we're getting our replies. I mean, I believe you when the booking goes down, that's probably where it'll be.
You could have
But-
but you haven't reached out about shows. So what could have happened is the promoter that was there when you were back in the day is now someone new.
Our
Yeah.
approach is a tiny bit different because it's actually been
All nudes. That's how we
Nah,
approach
it's
it.
just
I don't blame you.
it's been a few years internally where we said we're not gonna do shows with random bands. We
Gotcha.
grew really tired of those shows.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
being,
know who you're
being
getting,
the
what you're
available
getting.
guys
Yeah,
is
yeah.
not the way to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we stopped being total yes men.
So then
Yeah.
we started just crafting cards that we liked, and then hitting the venue and said, "Hey,
Do you want this? Do you want this?
We already
show?
got 3 bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 4 bands if you want it."
I mean, and that's how I remember. Like every time I'd reach out to Alex's bar, specifically in Long Beach, they'd be like, "Yeah, like how we do it is you have to have
Build
we
a
want-
card,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
We just
build
want
a
the
card,
whole
kind
like
of.
what would the night be? And
Yeah.
I get it because you only have so much time in
Yeah,
the
they
day,
want
and
they
it's
want
like,
a promotional the
Yeah.
booking
Yeah.
agent, and if you can come to them with what a booking agent comes to them with, and they're
Yeah.
cool,
yeah,
you're just not. You're still not going to make any money.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
But you
okay.
might-
we
yeah.
we already know that.
Oh yeah, I mean we haven't made any money off of local shows
That's why we got
ever.
jobs.
Did you make money on the Honda thing though?
Not
Allegedly.
yet.
Way.
Not
Allegedly.
yet.
Allegedly,
Still in
Allegedly.
the
Is it a
accounting
tax
department, I
write-off?
believe.
We sent out an invoice.
it's a tax.
2 invoices.
We sent out 2 invoices.
Sick.
And we were there
Still
from
in
like
the
10 to
10 to 10.
12,
Yeah,
or
10 to
yeah.
11.
It's
Yeah.
a long day. We didn't expect it though, so we still don't expect it.
But the other band who did it, too, Bristol hasn't.
Yeah.
And they're the
They
fucking
didn't.
guy. Like Rory works there. He still
Yeah.
doesn't
Okay.
pay for it. Yeah.
So what I gotta know is first instrument. How'd you start playing?
I started playing because I was like 6 years old, 7 years old, and we were driving in my mom's
So
old
old to start
Volvo.
Yeah.
And I know I
Already?
got
So
a late
old.
start on
So
it.
old, yeah.
You think that's late? I didn't even start then.
Yeah.
We drove by this place, this place called Five and Dime called Buy and Sell Music in Eugene. And we drove by the place, and I didn't even really know what a guitar was, but I saw what I now know is a red Fender Stratocaster in the window, and I remember just
She
my
will be
hands
mine.
on the window, like face mashed up
Oh,
against it,
yes.
like, Mom, I want that. I want to play that.
You're Garth in it.
Whatever
Yeah,
that is,
yeah.
that's
She
I
will be
want
mine.
that.
Yeah.
And I was just enamored with it.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, bud, no problem." As soon as you learn to play the piano at home and you're good
okay.
at that, I'll buy you that guitar.
Nice.
And so I was like,
Good
"That's
mom.
stupid. I'm never playing the piano." And so that was like I was like 6 or 7, and I just went like 3-4 years without touching the thing. Because I was like, "You're dumb.
Yeah.
I don't want to
no,
learn that.
Piano is not guitar.
It's not cool."
Yeah.
How many times has Mozart gotten his dick sucked? Not a lot.
From my
Liberace
age,
though.
I
Yeah,
mean, no,
good point.
Mozart fucked.
But
those
yeah,
guys.
to a 7-year-old, you're
fuck.
like, this is not the way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
oral sex.
Yeah.
And-
Clapton gets way more action.
exactly. I was like, once I find out who Clapton is, I'm really gonna appreciate that Strat I saw in that window. And so
You're not
I didn't
wrong.
learn it. And then my mom's friend, whose name was Rahima, we lived in Eugene, so it's all a bunch of fucking hippies. And she had this friend Rahima who would winter in Mexico in her van and then drive up and spend the summer in Eugene, because the summer in Oregon's the best place ever.
Dude.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And one time when she was leaving, she was like, I heard you want to play guitar. Here's a nylon string guitar. And just gave me this cheapo nylon string guitar.
Fuck yeah.
went classic,
Changed your life.
Yeah. And my mom and I was like, Mom, check out what Rahima gave me. She's like, well, that's fine.
But you have to learn it.
But you have to learn how to play it.
Yeah.
I was like, fine, I don't care. And she got me a book, and that's how I learned to play when I was like 10.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So then, are you trying to mess with the nylon and going like, bing, 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 bing?
Oh,
bing, bing,
yeah.
bing,
I
bing,
made so many songs that before I had the chord book that were just like, this sounds cool, right?
You're already writing things?
Definitely didn't. Immediately. The first day.
What? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're like, these are chords.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
chord,
This is like, put your fingers here. This sounds cool. Check this out. Mom was like,
You're
this
like-
is probably garbage. But
And then
Did
you
not
notate
tune it. It was never tuned.
This is called classical gas. It'll probably
I
never
was
catch
like,
on.
I was like, it's a little too simple. What if we introduce some modal aspects to it? I was like, and Mom, I also want the Power Rangers motorcycle for my 8th birthday. No, it was, I just played the nylon string and
What kind of
played-
songs are you like having to learn? Like what
Yeah.
kind of
What's in the
is
Are
that-
book?
you learning
Yeah.
classical songs?
No. I should have been, but
chord book
I
was
didn't
it?
have a teacher. My mom, nobody in my family played. I didn't know a single person who played guitar, and so all that I had was the chords.
cool.
There
A
were
chord book.
there were the songs in there, and it had the real sheet music. I can't remember who. It wasn't a Mel Bay book.
But
I
somehow
got
Leonard?
Mel
Yeah,
Bay
Hal
Leonard.
Leonard.
It was.
Hal Leonard,
What? No, I don't think it was not one of the standard ones, because
Okay.
I got the Hal Leonard. I got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Mel Bay method later.
Yeah.
But it was something weird. It was like a little indie book or some weird shit like that.
Yeah.
It
And
was just chords.
and it had
was a
it
Mad
had the
Lib.
note the sheet music on it to play like like old traditional folk songs, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was there's no way I was gonna teach myself to read sheet music.
Yeah.
If I could just see this one thing, that's D and that's G and that's A. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just learned a handful of chords, and that was
Off and running,
it.
yeah.
And then the first thing that I got after that book was this VHS tape that my mom got at the Goodwill, and I remember it being like just this corny like 80s super strat guy,
Nice.
I
had a drum version
thing with
of
like
this.
the Floyd
I had the flute
Rose
version.
on it.
I had a drum version of this.
So
Yeah.
all you need to do is this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. And they're
yeah.
like, and this is palm muting.
Yeah.
This is
that
sweet
kind of
picking.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I remember I got a riff, like a chord change with a riff on it from that video, and showed it to all my friends. Was like, you guys,
This is rock and roll.
check out this riff.
Are you still playing the nylon?
I wrote this. Yeah.
This is bad.
And that was our first song in the 5th grade. And we played it. Yeah,
I
it was
wrote
awesome.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said I wrote it, but
There
I
was
really
no
got
such
it from
thing as
the. I
plagiarism
got it from the
back then.
VHS video.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully they watch it. This is the first
And
time
then
they learned about that.
I combined it with like something else to make the second part of the song, and I remember playing it for Dylan's dad, and he's like, "Oh, it sounds like 2 different songs." Now we're realizing it's just
It was.
obviously,
It was.
they didn't go together
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all in any way,
Yeah.
musically.
Yeah.
But what kind of guitar? You're not still the nylon here, are you?
So yes, I am still in the.
Chugging on a nylon?
Except
Chugging
for
on an island.
that. So I told you that was like our first song. So our first gig was I was in the 5th grade, and they were tearing my elementary school down to build a new one.
That's a core memory, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
they were
funny.
they were
'Cause
tearing
My
it.
first gig was at the
the
elementary
same-
school they built
Yeah, exactly. The next year,
the next year.
and I saw him there. Weird, right? Before I knew him.
No, as I'm learning, no, not
Yeah.
weird at all.
Pretty small town.
Like supposed to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were tearing the school down, and they were like, "We're having a big celebration at the end of the year."
Jam,
And,
yeah.
and they're having like food and things, and they're like, "We're gonna have this cover band." And I was like, "Well, you guys, Josh, we got to get our band to play. We got to tell the teachers and let us play." So they did, and we made that song for it and played one song. And I had the nylon string guitar, but for that show, I just asked around in school, "Does anybody have an electric guitar I can play?" And this kid's dad, Devin, who fucking hated. We all thought he was the biggest dork in the world, but we were all nice to him, you know, because he had like nice shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you know
I know that kid. I know that kid.
Everyone knows that kid.
Yeah.
You're a dork, but you have
Yeah.
cool things.
Exactly.
Fucking dork, but
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
rich.
so bad. So bad. I feel so
can't
bad.
name him,
Yeah.
but I know him.
We all had that kid.
I
We
feel
all
so
had
bad
that
for
kid,
being
yeah.
a kid.
Privileged booger eaters are the reason any of us get tasted good gear.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
exactly.
As
But he was
kids,
like, "Oh,
yeah.
my dad would probably let you use his Fender Strat," and I was like, "Okay, thanks, dipshit."
Yeah.
And so we did. And yeah, that was the first time I got to play electric guitar. Really, my mom had one, but she didn't really let me play. It was
Yeah,
old
yeah.
Yamaha piece of shit.
That blue one.
Yeah.
Speaking of super strats,
Yeah, but yeah, that's probably why I have like a slight affinity for super
super
strats
strats.
Love
still,
a
even
super
though I
strat.
don't play any music like that.
are you a
at
super
all.
strat guy?
I have to get one. I keep making the excuse that I'd rather get an Explorer or something
I don't blame you.
super fast. But like,
blame
there's something about like a scallop fretboard and a fucking. I used to
Floyd
have.
Rose,
I
yeah.
used to have a Warlock BC Rich
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Floyd double locking.
Did you get it from a Guitar
whole
Center?
thing.
Like
Yeah,
a real
of course
one,
he
a
did.
real
Of
one, or
course
an
he did. There's no way he
$89
didn't.
one?
No.
Because
Just
there
hang out
there's
at
a
Guitar
difference.
Center?
No, this was the $500 one. I know
Okay.
because I was working a corner. There was a furniture business going on.
You were a sign boy.
So I was doing that, and it was just straight cash under the table.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so, at the end of a weekend, I'd have $400 or $500.
Yeah.
And so I went, it's time. That one. And then, and I was like, I don't know how to fucking play this. I was way too young to have it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I never hung out at Guitar Center, but I went a bunch.
Yeah.
But Michigan's also like a boring place, so like you can only look at the trees so long until you're like, let's go somewhere.
Yeah, we
So
would,
like we would always go to Guitar Center and just like look at the new used shit, play like I was always an Ampeg guy, so just what's the new Ampeg that's in? But then your buddy would be like, I'm gonna play all these drum sets that are set up.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, bye.
yeah, I remember being at Guitar Center at close a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was never
Well, you
there.
guys are
close,
finally you're wrapping up, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to grab this one. Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got 10
Can you
minutes
give
to
me
get
the
them.
one? all
Yeah,
the
let me
way
know
up
when you're
there
locking.
in green?
Oh, yeah, I can't afford it. My
Let me
parents
play
are
it.
not here.
I was looking at that guitar in the case. Can I play that 57 Stratocaster? Oh, okay, cool, thanks.
The one says vintage on it.
Yeah. Sweet, I'll take this Behringer pedal.
I would like this package of Tortex picks.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, shit.
Cam,
no
first
kidding.
instrument.
Yeah.
First instrument. So my dad always had guitars.
It's just
So he-
everything's laying around, right?
Yeah, so he like always had guitars hanging up like on the wall, and so I always was like drawn to it, And I really, really wanted to play, and I just was like fascinated by him playing guitar. Like he used to play guitar, like when we were going to sleep as kids. He'd like play guitar to us and
Aw,
sing, or
cute.
Yeah,
That's
cute,
awesome.
cute dad shit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
playing
a,
catch in
you
the
must have
front
been a
yard.
pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be a really cute dad.
What an
you know?
asshole.
Yeah. What an asshole. Yeah.
I'm gonna be a great fucking dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to great dads. Oh my
Um,
God.
God, he still is a great dad.
Chris Dobrian.
Yeah. My dad's pretty
I'll
good.
celebrate
yeah.
that guy
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Meet that man. He's awesome.
My dad's pretty
Yeah,
good.
he's great.
Cheers to your dad.
Yeah.
I mean, he lets you play drums,
He did. Yeah. Both my parents.
and
let
I
me play
wanted to
drums.
play
Yeah.
No
drums.
kidding.
Okay.
Bless all
I
our
wanted
parents'
to
souls.
play drums. Dad
Absolutely.
didn't want me to play drums, and I'll never forget him saying, "Remember, like, sent me down because I was like, oh, Dad, like, I really, really want to play drums." And he's like, "Cameron, like, you don't want to play drums. Nobody was ever sitting around a campfire and asked somebody to play a song on drums."
That's a
Have you
good
heard
dad
Keith Moon?
argument. That's a good
I'm
dad
like,
argument.
That's such a
the
good dad
logic's
argument.
pretty there. You know what I mean?
Oh my
And he's always
Yeah.
like, I don't want my kid to fucking
Your
learn
dad.
to play drums.
If your dad can mind fuck
Yeah.
you, that's
He
a
mind-
pretty good dad mind
He's
fuck.
fine.
Yeah.
He mind fucked
Yeah,
me for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And so I wanted to play guitar.
Right.
And he's like, I was like, can I take guitar lessons? He's like, no, I'll teach you everything that I know. And like as soon as we'll try this out for
major,
yeah,
E
exactly, which is like
major.
nothing.
G, C,
Love him,
A.
but
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Yeah.
So like, he's like, we'll try this out for a year, and if you're still interested, and like once I can't teach you anything more, we'll sign you up for lessons.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But 4 days later, he got signed up for
yeah,
lessons.
yeah, exactly, right.
Same week.
Yeah. All right. I think you're ready for lessons. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but yeah, so that's how I started. So I was just playing his guitars.
Yeah, just borrowing his for lessons too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Sweet.
I think my first guitar that I ever actually was like mine.
Yeah.
Was a nylon string.
There you go.
Oh, I thought it was going to be something else.
No, it was a nylon string. There was a garage sale down the street, and I remember walking through the garage sale, and there was like an old crappy nylon string guitar like hanging up on the wall, and I remember asking the folks like, how much for that guitar? And they're like, what? And I was like, there's a guitar back there.
Yeah, yeah.
It like wasn't even part of the sale.
Right,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And they're like, oh, like you can have that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like didn't even have strings on it, or like had like a couple strings, you know,
Oh,
like 2 or
nice.
3 strings. But yeah, they're like, oh no, you can have that. So I remember, getting that. But and then also like my dad had my dad had an Aria. Have you ever heard of Aria?
There
he
was
had
an
like
Aria
a
Pro 2.
Pro 2s are dope.
with like coils,
That's like
coil
the model that
splitting.
they make.
Yeah,
It's like 13 and a half pounds.
heavy as shit. You know, not chambered. You know, it's like
Yeah. Pro
like,
2 is like the only model that they make, in my opinion. I know they make a whole bunch of things.
I think he still has.
Ah,
he still
Pro
has
2's
that.
dope.
I can't remember
Solid.
in
Super
my
Strat.
entire life
Yeah.
ever picking up a guitar heavier than that.
Wait till you grab the T40.
Well,
very, very.
as a
heavy.
bass guitar.
It's got more girth on it.
You know how he got this? So he had a rich friend who he knew in college and was like going back home to like Aspen or Carbondale or something, somewhere rich in Colorado, and he had this guitar. And I remember he said he was like saying bye to his friend, and he's like, "Oh, like I've always loved that guitar." And for some reason, he couldn't take it on the airplane. And he's like, "Hey, like I can't take this. Like if you can like get this home somehow." Or they were flying back. They were on a ski trip, and that was it. That was it. He said he didn't want it for some reason. And says like, if you can get this back, it's yours. Like I don't really want it. He was like leaving the university or whatever, and so my dad's like, yeah, like I left all my clothes there to like check it in, like use all the money. I don't know. He's like loves this Aria Pro 2. It's like it's got this memory of it, and
Hey, why not?
but now he's got some like actually like really he's like in his later years been like really into collecting stuff. So like
Yes.
Hey, yeah.
oh dude, he just like within the last few years he bought like a 69 D35.
Yeah.
He bought like a 72 D28.
What the fuck this is?
D28.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love a D28.
So
So he's spending some cash on
yeah,
that.
yeah. So he's like
Yeah.
he's yeah.
These are
exactly.
museum
These are retire.
pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like
retirement
retiring.
pieces,
He's
yeah.
like like
Yeah.
a retired contractor. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you
So,
just
like,
count the days before you inherit it.
yeah.
Like some of this wood has Vietnam grief in it.
For sure. Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
fortunate son type
Yo,
of shit. You know?
That's where it goes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Like, they went through recessions and
Yeah.
presidents and
It's
stuff.
like a 74 Vibrolux reverb.
Whoa.
Silver face, which is pretty bitchin'.
That's when you just go, gee,
Yeah, so he's got so he's actually got like some really nice
That's
shit.
awesome to be able to record with too, right? Does he let you borrow it? If you're like, hey, can
No, once he gets his life more settled out,
No,
and
you
he's
know
more
what he
steady.
said? No, you know, yeah, that's
he'll
what
let him.
he told me that I could have the D28 once I'm like, he's like, Cameron, like once you have, once you're like, so like a little more stable and like maybe have a place. I'm like,
What's the
What do you
difference?
mean?
Yeah.
Like-
Well, yeah. What do you? Yeah. What's more stable?
hey,
Yeah.
you want me to buy a house?
I mean, I
have
think
to make, like-
that's
I
like, I think that's what it is. Like, as soon as I buy,
to
yeah,
fucking buy a house here.
yeah,
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah.
So, Pops, you want me to be?
I'm in escrow. So.
So you're getting that
loser.
D28. Yeah.
Pops, you want me to
in
be
finance.
your age before I buy my own,
Yeah.
and then I can have the one that you got.
Yeah, or you just buy your own. Fuck it.
No, not at that
Yeah,
price tag.
exactly.
There's other guitars out there.
There's other guitars out there. There's new
Okay.
guitars that are
What's
great.
on stage for you right now? 'Cause you
Oh
asked
yeah.
us.
What? Yeah. Yeah.
I just got a
Oh
new guitar.
God, I've been waiting the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it,
What do you
sorry.
want? What do you want?
Sorry.
All right, you want to go guitars,
Of
pedals,
course.
Wherever you
amps?
want to start. What do you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the most? What you play right now?
Well, I normally wear like some kind of a flannel or like a button up.
Great
Jeans-
tone. Great
jeans.
tone.
It is a great tone.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing with the purple, sparkly Kirk Hammett Jazz 5-pick with the V notch out of the top. I ordered them in bulk. Very similar to that color.
Is that real?
Yeah, that is actually real. No, what am I playing? I play a Japanese 2016 TL69.
Cool.
It's a Telecaster. It's the blue floral
Yeah.
Telecaster.
Cool.
Oh. As opposed to the pink paisley one.
No, I love Japanese made too.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
in love
They
with
killer.
finish them
It's
just
ripping.
I like. Sorry, hot take. American made, just Japanese is just
I love it.
for my hands, for my style, for the reaction I get from
Yeah.
it. American has a kind of a sterile feel, and the Japanese ones just feel smooth. I
Yeah.
don't know
I almost
why.
like Mexican made more than American made.
They're
Mexicans take those guitars take a
Dude, the
beating.
necks are just so nice.
They're real nice. I've had some too, but yeah, this Japanese one, it feels real good. Opened it up, and the electronics looked like a Squire. It was awful.
What?
It was terrible on the inside. Like the guitar itself amazing.
Yeah.
The electronics, amazing, in a different way.
In the other direction.
Yes, exactly.
Did you retouch it?
It wasn't awful, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
was not anything to really be desired, much more than like a Mexican standard. But
Did you go in and move about the cabin? Did you? Oh.
So this guy and Dylan bought me a set of custom shop Tim Shaw Hot 50s pickups,
Dope.
and then I replaced all the
Happy birthday.
pots with CTS pots and cloth wiring. And it just
Yeah.
sounds bitching to the max.
I did not expect it
Um,
because we had never like done anything like that, and I was surprised.
my
at,
first
like,
pickup
at, like how
change.
much, because it was kind of like, oh, like maybe it'll make a difference, you know. But it was like night
Night
and
and
day.
day. Yeah.
Bridge pickup sounded a little bit better. Neck pickup sounded night and day better. It was crazy.
Dude, for the tellies, just put a P90 in it, and that fucking
Yeah.
thing sounds
So
nice.
that's my baseball bat. You know, that's the thing I normally play when we're playing as a gig. And then I have a 2008 ES 335.
Cool.
Dot.
Yeah, always gonna be.
Yeah.
Flamey top.
Yeah.
That's
really
I
fun.
love that.
That thing will do all the tones too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the telly thing.
Yeah.
Well, except the telly.
That's why on the telly.
That's the hot take. Is
Yeah.
like every time we get together, like a lot of times we'll just like get together and just work on song. We just get together. And,
No way.
yeah.
Wait, you're friends? What are you
That's
talking
right.
Yeah,
Grown men getting together.
Yeah.
But and we'll just be talking about, you know, because he plays the telly so much more. And like that was the last guitar you bought was the 335. Like, what's going on? It's like, and I don't know. I feel like we just always get into where you're like, like I don't know. I just feel like if I had to play one guitar, it'd be the Telecaster.
If you put a gun to my head and said
Yeah.
get rid of one of them, I'd get rid of the 335.
Yeah.
But
Is that just because
yeah,
you're leaning more country nowadays?
it's just the sound.
It's just
the sound.
I
The-
find that tellies. I'm a telly guy. Always have been. My first one was like an Ibanez piece of shit. Like the neck was warped. It was
Yeah.
one of those purple, you know, run of the mills, $100. But then like my first real one was a Telecaster, like
Yeah.
Mexican telly. The articulation, the range of sound, the playability, the just out of the box. This sounds like sounds like a
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah.
So
I'm just a bass guy, so like
It's nuts.
Strats have that like fucking.
I know,
wompy,
Strats are beautiful.
Wompy fat end, and
I love
that's-
them both.
Yeah.
I've had
Do you
both.
like
I've had a
Strats?
lot more
I
Strats
love
than
Strats.
Tellys.
I love Strats, but I like Strats for like single notes. I don't like Strats for full songs. I like Telecasters for songs because they're broader sounding. An E major on a Telecaster sounds like kaboom, and an E major on a Strat sounds like
Kaboom plus.
ah. It's just it's a different it's a different kind of robustness that just my ears. The you know the front facing tone of a Telecaster.
There's a- 100%
The round punchiness of like the bass with like the high end that's always ever present but not harsh.
Spank, baby,
It's the best.
spank.
It's the best.
I haven't played a Strat that I've like really gotten along with.
I understand.
I got a
I
Strat
just-
over there you get along with.
Good one.
Yeah, that one is a nice one.
It's
a good one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
And if I want to get a Strat, it's going to be like noiseless and like jumbo headstock and like
40 grand.
Humbucker?
worn as shit.
Or
no,
normal-
single
normal
single
singles,
coil.
yeah.
Yep, 3 single
Yeah.
noiseless and just like a really loose trim. Just
Yeah.
like the loosest, like 2 springs
I
loose trim.
It says
don't think
SRV on
I
it.
don't think I could set up a Strat any more opposite than that.
You're a 5-spring guy.
Super tight.
You're a
slammed
funk. You're a
down.
funk Strat.
Yeah.
Slammed
like
down.
Corey
Like
Wong.
honestly, hardtail
Corey
Strat.
Wong ass.
Hardtail Strat would be
Okay.
my choice. No tremolo.
Top loader
How
or
is that
string
on
through?
there. Fuck yeah, top load that
Top
son of a
loader.
gun.
Whoa.
Hell yeah, make it-
Hardcore.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That 94 Telly's top loader.
Yeah, small headstock.
I love string through, but
Interesting.
yeah.
I like string through.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But no, I've been going through amps
Okay.
right now.
Oh no.
Yeah,
How many amps are you going through?
I have 3 right now,
Okay.
Okay.
which isn't so bad. That's pretty bad for me though.
Now do you bring 3 live?
No.
Okay.
I have 3 and
Just seeing
I
if you're
just
an
like
asshole or
rotate
not.
them. I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't know what I like better.
Dude,
I
you
don't
know
know
what-
which one I want to put a
You know-
speaker in. I don't know which one I want to sell. You know.
So who's you debating between?
Okay, I got a beautiful, other than its actual looks, Valve Train 205.
Okay.
Which is a handmade, USA made, point-to-point wired, Tweed Princeton circuit, 5
Killer.
2FA.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Really great amp, 8-inch Weber speaker in it, just not loud enough.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Really
happen.
loud.
It's gonna happen, but
for
5
an amp that
watts.
size, but
Uh-huh.
not loud enough.
Yeah,
Even
that's
when I throw it
tried
into
to tell
my
'em.
hot rod
Like,
cap,
no, it'll be fine.
that's a recording
It'll
amp.
be, it'll be
Yeah,
fine.
we throw the
Sorry,
champ
that
into
sounds
like
so
four
good in the
tens to make
room
it-
by
yeah.
yourself. Sounds, it's
100%.
it's the best sounding technically.
And then
amp
you play
I
a
have.
bass guitar next to it, and you're like, whoops.
Yeah, and then you turn it up. You turn it up past 5, and it literally sounds like a fucking tin can just clip onto your pocket.
Well, it's also
practicing.
the volume's only 1 to
We don't have
2, right? And then the
Yeah,
rest
and
of
then
it's
it's crunch,
the same
and then it's
fucking
crunch
volume.
control. But then, so that amp's really cool. Love it. Probably gonna sell it.
We'll
and
buy
then
it.
I have an AC15
Cool.
head.
Get the IR.
The
from
head
it.
only. Yeah, I'll just get the impulse response. Of it. Oh yeah, why I hate that amp? The Valve Train 20C. The labels are in Comic Sans.
It's so bad.
I shit you
bad.
not.
Oh,
They
gosh.
they beautifully lasered engraved them into the bottom of this piece of acrylic that is just absolutely gorgeous. Except for they fucking used Comic Sans.
used
It just
word.
makes you feel like
You
it's
can
made in China.
It makes it look cheap.
Yeah.
Like you can't see it from the front. Like their badge looks great, but
Yeah.
I can see the labels on the top. It makes me throw
Comic
up in my
Sans
mouth.
is
It's like a
brutal.
toy.
Dude, right?
Fucking toy.
Yeah.
You
But
can't
then-
take it seriously.
Yeah.
No.
But then the amp I'm digging right now that I got for an outrageous deal from like this guy down the street on Craigslist is a 1976, 75 or 76 Music Master bass amp.
Sweet.
with a Weber Alnico in it, and it is just ripping. It's the brightest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I shatter glass with it with a telly treble all the way up on the bridge pickup.
It's like the Honer. dude.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I've been digging lately, and I'm gonna do some speaker swaps on that. But that's my
You're gonna
that's my
trade it out
jam
and see.
on the amp because that amp it's basically like a Champ on steroids.
Yeah.
or that kind of like that Tweed
It's
Princeton.
extra nasty.
But with a lot more watts, and if you put an efficient speaker in front of it, I think it's going to do the trick instead of that like 97 decibel Weber Alnico. You know, I'm going to throw like a crazy 100-watt Eminence on it with 102 decibels, and it should be nice and loud to gig and just sound real sweet. But it's in a league of its own. It's a really really strange, unique amplifier. It's got 3 transformers, which is very strange.
they were made it a point to do different things
yeah.
and get more wide range of tones and utility.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Yeah, designed for bass guitars, but turned out to be a bitchin' guitar amp.
And a keyboard
then-
amp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Yeah, like for organs and stuff, like
No
electric
joke.
piano. Yeah, and it's like it's its own thing. There's no other amp that Fender made, or anybody for that matter, that has a transformer as a rectifier. Mm-hmm. And that gives it its own thing, and I really like it. It's really cool.
Have you gotten to Roland JCs yet?
I almost bought one.
I've gotten
I know.
I've gotten
The
into
small,
them
new
like
reissue thing.
when
Okay.
I wanted one, and then I ended up buying like a Fender Princeton Chorus instead back in the day,
I
which
get
is
it.
also a really cool solid state
really
amp.
We have a
Great.
Princeton right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Silver Lake Lounge.
but-
I remember using that.
Yeah, I like them. I think they're cool. I would have loved to get one when I was more into that sound.
I wish Craig
I-
would
they're- like, I think they're
pig
cool.
nose, dude.
Oh,
The pig nose is
but
so
not the small one. I had a Crossmix 150R. It was like an 80 fucking
It weighed
5
like
or something.
90 pounds.
Yeah, it weighed a shit ton. So that whole head was just like transformers. You could just all solid state, but it had 2 different heads built into the same top, and you could blend between them. It was a wild fucking
A
head.
pig nose?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like leather
Yep.
bound too. Like
150
Was it this? Was it this
150
big?
watts.
No, it
No,
was like
no.
this big.
12 inch.
What?
12 inch, 150
I didn't know
watts
they
solid
made
state.
full size amps.
They really didn't. They launched them like around the 80s when everyone was doing fucking crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
Vox was making drums, you know, like
Drums like this.
yeah,
Yeah, the wonky ones.
late
Yeah.
early 80s like PV exploded, you know.
Dude, if we want to be a country band, we need some PV
Can we?
amps.
Do we want to talk about PV on this show?
The most underrated brand there is.
Love
They're
a
pretty
PV.
sweet.
I got
They're
I got
pretty
a
sweet.
PV amp over there. That's fucking beautiful. I did a
What is
lot
it?
of my reamp.
That's a mid 80s.
The Bandit.
It's a TK
Oh, a TKO.
65 or something.
Hell yeah.
It's got like pull and push preamps on it that we just
Yeah.
found out about while we're reamping, but it also just sounds amazing when you just push it. Like it
I mean,
does
yeah.
everything.
I mean, I
like.
know everybody had their own reson to think that PV amps were awful
Yeah, but they're
back in the day.
Yeah,
my,
yeah.
my reason was that like they were always the amps that the schools had. Like my middle school bass amp was a
Yeah, yeah.
PV, and then the high school amp, bass, and guitar amps were PV.
That
so,
only
so just in
means-
your mind, you're like, well,
That can't
I
be
hate
good,
Miss
yeah.
Ross. She's a fucking bitch. And so these amps suck.
You're taking it out on the gear.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But that means they're trusty.
Mrs. Rod.
yeah, exactly.
Shout out Mrs. Ross.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes.
If you want to talk about something that should have the shit that it has, it's carbon. Sorry.
I've never been a car.
I've played some super sick
played
carbon
one.
amps.
There's like a couple of the same,
You're one of
like
the
if you
few.
put 5
just kidding.
models against each other, same thing, same, like that one sounds good. These are kind of weird. These are kind of
Really?
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig, I can't even find the fucking pig nose you had. It's probably worth like $5 billion.
Pig Nose Cross Mix 150R. That's what
Oh
it's called.
man, what's the worst piece of gear that you got rid of? That you should not have gotten rid of now in hindsight?
They shouldn't have gotten rid of.
That I should have
Yeah, that
never
you should
gotten
not
rid
have
of.
gotten
Okay,
rid
hang
of.
on. I will answer that
like
question,
worth.
but I have to know, what are you playing right now?
Oh yes.
So I just got a new guitar like a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really fun little journey.
Wait, did you have to shop around?
So I wanted to get it from like a classic LA guitar shop, right? So like went up and did
Norms.
yeah, and I'd never been there.
yeah.
Was it
and-
Norms?
Yeah, that was really
Oh,
cool.
it's Norms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Didn't get it there.
okay.
Oh, talk about an amusement
them.
park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
love
really
Norms.
cool.
Yeah.
It was definitely yeah, so that was like really, really cool. And just like went to all like the classic LA guitar stores, which was fun. But
You did like a little house tour.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, just went to like all the cool LA spots. Elliot was supposed to go with me, but he had to work, so I drug my roommate up there.
I think I was sick that day.
No, you had to deal with the payroll fuck up.
You
I
actually
fucked
told
up.
them you
I fucked
decided
up. No.
decided not to go.
No, that was a real one. I forgot to pay the entire company.
Oh,
There wasn't that I forgot to pay it. We had an issue with payroll, but
Okay.
nobody got paid.
You had to put out some.
sorry. Yeah.
You would have gone to Candyland, but you had to put out some fires.
I literally had to drive around all of LA County to deliver 30 paper
Cake
checks.
checks. Yeah.
But anyway,
Fuck, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I was in my Volvo. Sweet.
Get some podcasts.
Did you at least get paid for gas?
No. I should have, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Damn. But so for years and years I've had this
I told you it's worth like $5 billion.
oh, what's it worth? I want to
can't
know.
find
we
it.
can't even
I can't
find
find
the
it.
fucking amp he had.
No,
was
it's
wrapped
fine, it's
in
fine.
like leather,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like we were taking divots out of it, and I was like, "This fucking guitar weighs 90 pounds. Get fucking rid of it." And now we can't even
I
find
can't find it. That was a
We're
rare
stupid.
piece. That was a rare piece.
Is it
Anyway.
kind of like a
you give me,
custom with like the? Do you know what I mean? Like those with the custom with the K, where it's like
Oh,
No.
the
I don't know. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
like-
it's like poofy. It looks like cloud.
upholstered?
Yeah. Was it like that kind of thing?
No,
It wasn't.
Okay.
So just
It
like
felt like
Pig
this
Nose,
thick of leather. Can
just
you
like
give me a
Pig
paper
Nose,
towel?
the small ones, they have that brown
I don't
leather.
even know. I've
but-
never heard of Pig Nose.
Oh,
if I'm
Pig
being
Nose is
honest.
like a practice amp.
Yeah, they're like these little brown things. They're like one
One
knob on the
water?
front, like an 8-inch speaker, or 6-inch speaker,
Yeah.
or something. They're like they're like battery amps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Street performers use them all
Yeah.
the time.
Gotcha.
And they're known for just sounding great, especially at that size. So like early on in my gear career, I'm still about the trading. Actually,
That's
Friday,
how Elliot is. He loves.
trader.
It. He's
actually on Friday, I think
trading.
I'm gonna drive down closer to Vista. We're
Fuck
gonna
yeah,
meet
you
somewhere
are.
in the middle
Get rid of that goddamn guitar.
because I'm getting rid of a guitar and I'm trading for like a Russian.
a Fender Blues Junior, right?
No, like a Kono Nikin Russian 3 pickup, a Breed 35. They're boutique-ish,
Okay.
you know,
I'll
they're
tell you
hard to
about it
find.
later.
But so is the Italia Imola that I have. Italia,
You have one of those?
I have an Imola.
I gotta play that.
Yes, you do.
Well, you got it because it could be
It's
gone.
gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone.
For what?
For
you
the
not
for the
listening?
Coca. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
This is
oh,
mine.
sorry, that's
Dude.
Yeah.
yeah. This is my guitar.
Cam, the Russian
tell us
guitar.
about
I
your
went
new
to
guitar.
Norms, dude. I fucking went to Norms without you.
Tell us
And he
about your
shook my
journey.
hand. No.
So then, where'd you find the new Excalibur?
So I wanted to get a Telly because I had never
Because I got one.
because Ellie got one.
what was your history of guitars up until?
So let's see.
Bitchin'.
Really bitching.
That's why I asked the gear question. What
Yeah.
do you regret getting rid of? But
So before I haven't
You're
gotten.
setting him up.
Yeah, I hadn't got a new electric guitar in probably like 10 years. I'd been playing this. It's like an American vintage reissue, like a 65 Jag in candy apple red. And I
Jags
got
are
that
Love a
How long
Jag.
you been playing that?
for like
Forever.
damn near 10 years.
I do believe.
It's,
I
it's,
probably
yeah,
saw it,
you-
yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
guitar that I've
Right.
played every
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
that
it's
we've played.
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really, really
Yeah.
cool.
Dude, Craig had some Jags that I loved.
Yeah,
Like,
Jags
Yeah,
are
and it
awesome.
was a really good one. It was like one of like the first like 48 or so they did. It's got some like weird commemorative like, backing bolt plate. There's like the first whatever
Yeah.
that we did
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like I think they got like some new CEO and they like really tried to like get it to like these are like exactly how they were. You know,
Nice.
it was like they
Dope.
were trying to like.
You're so sad.
So it was just a really good one. I
It's
got
like
a-
another beer, please.
Yeah, and so it was a really, really good one. Still is a really good one. But it was because Elliot had
Elliot,
had an original '65 Mustang that he got.
Well,
Yeah.
And so then I
What are
was
you
like,
gonna do
oh,
about
these
that?
like offset short scale things are cool. So I got that guitar.
I love Mustangs too.
It pretty much was just like his guitar, but played better because it didn't need a refret. That's really what it was.
That thing had holes in the fretboard like a half centimeter deep. It was insane.
Again, it saw all the tortures of war.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
thing was played like every day.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, so I had that forever and got it on reverb. And then, Elliot got a Telecaster. And
yeah, like a year ago.
yeah,
Just because we've been getting into the country thing, and I'd been really admiring a lot of the country
And I almost
players
bought that
and
guitar.
like doing that stuff on the Strat, and it's like I need to really do it. And gotta tell you,
Word to the wise, Brad Paisley though, huh? like-
Glad
Huge.
he's
Like word to the
phenomenal.
wise. If you
That's
don't
what-
if you don't understand, just please pick up any of his B-sides and understand he's playing that guitar because fuck.
Yeah.
I don't like
Fuck.
really. I couldn't tell you any Brad Paisley song that I like the song, but just listening to Brad Paisley play the guitar, god damn, I could just sit there all day.
His hits are his hits because it's like generic country, but like that guy as a musician, you're like, can you just play a little more again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like Keith Urban too.
Yeah.
Fucking Slayer. He has such soul and rock in his bends and shit, but like wow. Brad Paisley, you're like, I don't know if I can do that right now. That's
Yeah.
gnarly. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. And so I was like, I kind of want to try a Tele because I've pretty much had every other guitar. You know what I mean? Like I've
Yeah.
had a lot of Les Pauls, Strats, that kind of thing. And so I wanted
Wait, and all these short scale and contour things, you played Les Pauls too.
to, yeah, I
Like
had a
the
Les Paul.
fattest neck ever.
How do
It
you
was a
find?
really thin neck. I feel.
Oh, really?
It was a really, really
all
thin.
the Gibsons I have are like, or that I've played are like giant
baseball.
fucking baseball
Yeah.
hat necks.
Yeah.
Which feel do you
It's
like
so
more?
I
stiff.
like the bigger neck.
See, I've had the opposite experience.
See,
The Fenders I've had big ass necks on.
Yeah,
it, and
same
all
here.
the Gibsons have had little tiny necks.
Yeah, same here.
Jesus Christ, you
Yeah.
got to grab the fucking P bass.
Yeah.
I gotta bring it up.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I was like, I really wanted a Telecaster, and I was like thinking about it for a while, and then they had like come out with a new, like the same thing, like their like vintage reissue, whatever. They'd like come out with a new thing, and they
The
had
second version of the thing that he got before. They did
Yeah.
the American
Yeah.
vintage reissue.
yeah,
and this
where they
is
just like
too.
reissue, like, oh, like this was a good year, we'll just recreate it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I think that idea is cool because like they were fucking good guitar. There's a reason they're
Reissuing it, yeah.
$25,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They did something right. And so I really wanted a rosewood fingerboard one, and I always thought like clay dots were really cool. Like
Okay.
like this is super like I definitely am like nerdy like that type of thing.
Guitars and cars.
I nerd over
Guys,
over
we've been
that
talking
stuff.
about gear for like 20 minutes.
I know. I liken guitars
It's
to
fine,
cars because
yeah.
it really
Yeah.
comes down to the details.
Yeah, and so like I
And
really
a lot of people like both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just like really wanted a rosewood board one with like the clay dots. I just like always, and there wasn't really a thing unless there's like some custom shop, whatever, yada yada yada. So they like reissued this series, and I was like, fuck, they have one that's that. And so I went up all over LA trying to find one, like literally couldn't find it anywhere. They were sold out everywhere, blah 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 blah. And I was like, you know what, like. I sold a mountain bike. I sold my mountain bike, and I
We
was
didn't
like,
even get into biking. I can't
know.
even believe it.
We don't
Okay.
even.
I know.
We don't have time. All right, please
Yeah.
continue.
and so I was like, I sold my mountain bike, and I was like, I want to get a nice guitar, and so I went all over LA and couldn't find it anywhere, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try it because I found this one on Reverb again. I was like, I've had pretty good success on Reverb.
Yeah, I love Reverb.
And it was like 15% off, and so I bought it, and then the guy was like, hey, so when we were, having this instrument like checked out for you, like the truss rod is unfunctional. And I was like, that's sick. And he's like, so we have to like order a brand new one. Like we can still keep it the same price, but it'll take. So it was like a little over a month. Every time I talk to you about it, you're like, I don't know. I think they're scamming you.
That sounds like a scam to me. So
Well,
I get
it kind of
it.
feels like a scam.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
but I mean,
thanks for your money. It's
Other than
gonna
it
take a
being
little
on
while.
Reverb as like a protected purchase, like if
Yeah.
anything, if it was anywhere else, I
If
would
it
be
were
like,
Craigslist, you'd be like, you got
lost
fucked.
If
your
it was
money.
the Prince of
If
Africa,
it was
your
eBay,
money's
you
gone.
lost your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Reverb, so they'll give you your money back.
Yeah. So, long story short, so now I have it's like seafoam green, telly, the rosewood board, and like the clay. It's not like I'm. It's-
63.
Yeah, it's like a replica of the 63. It's fucking
sick.
awesome.
Does it speak to you?
I play like every day. Like I
Awesome.
want to play it all the time. And I didn't really, like I said, it's always like kind of a crapshoot because I hadn't played it before,
Yeah,
But,
you
like,
bought it online.
Yeah, exactly. But
yeah.
the piece like the piece of wood that was used for the fingerboard is just fucking gorgeous. It's really dark. It's got like these gorgeous like red streaks
really
that run through it, which is really really cool. And it just sounds fucking incredible. And it's I don't know, like I liked the Jag until like I've started playing this, and the Jag is just like it's like buzzing and it's got all these like overtones.
He's falling out of love.
You know what I mean? It's just like
falling
the
out of
fucking
love.
strings are moving all over the bridge, and like I thought I like really liked
Hey.
that. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, like
yeah.
Elliot would play, like I hate this thing. I'm like, no, it's sick.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean?
It is sick. It is sick.
It, like it's
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is
it's a
sick,
great
but-
guitar.
Yeah, it's
it's
a
a
great
really
guitar.
good guitar. It sounds really really
Yeah,
good.
Not the guitar for me.
The relationship between a player and the tool is like
Everything.
crazy important. And the more people we talk to, I'm like, wow, it's like so real.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everyone has their own unique
Yeah.
vibe, taste, feel, play, fingers,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
all of it,
just
style.
the way someone grabs a chord
Yeah.
could play
Yeah.
different upon every guitar ever played,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
different for every
Yep.
single person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Like-
We were just talking to someone who was like, too much gear. I was like, dude,
No
there's
such
like
thing.
17 guitars here
Yeah.
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 in this space.
Yeah.
Don't tell me where we live. Don't steal our guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
You don't know where we are.
It's different vibes for different times, for different moods, for different the relationship between a player and the
Sometimes
thing.
one guitar just like changes the way you play something.
yeah.
100
I,
Like you
I,
start writing something, you're like, this is kind of not right, and then you play it on something else. You're like, no, this is the guitar I need to be playing on.
Do you think
I-
it's you or like the instruments? Like, you ever
It's
gotten a
both.
guitar when you're like, this one's got something in it? You
It's
know, like
both.
there's some.
It's both. That's the shared and
Undoubtedly.
that survived.
Yeah.
I got rid of the other one. It was a sister of the same model, same year.
Same finish?
It's probably like it was probably like 4,000 serial between each other. Like it was the same thing, but that one didn't feel the same. It didn't speak to me the same. It didn't sound the same. Like it's just a weird thing.
I also love people playing like your guitar and putting energy into it, because I feel like
That's it.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
wearing down
Big
something
time.
and put it like playing it, like I don't care if you're
So nerdy,
fucking
but-
Ingman
Yeah,
so
Malmsteen
real.
or whatever the fuck, or just someone that's 2 weeks into playing drums. Like just fucking, if you're having a good time on it, then I get to touch it after. Like there's something extra in there.
I'm a
It carries
firm
something.
I'm a firm believer in the
Believer.
mojo.
I
No,
like
you're
Legion.
for believer
There
too.
we go.
Yeah, and believer,
You know, the next beer.
believer and believer. But no, definitely a believer in the mojo of used instruments. There's
Yeah.
Oh,
something
for
ab-
sure.
There's something
Love used
about
gear.
like
Yeah, yeah.
the mystique of
Yeah.
who played this.
Yeah.
Like what happened on this thing.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
especially with that 65 Mustang I had. Like with holes in the fretboard so deep, and it's been refinished. Like I've literally, like on video or in person otherwise, never ever seen a fretboard this pitted. It was like
was personal
holes
scalloping.
on every
Yeah,
single
yeah. Custom scallop.
Yeah,
it was
custom
literally
scallops.
like individual string placement, each string on each fret scalloped in its
Wow.
own way, and the frets were non-existent.
Wow.
But and that guitar, it just exuded personality.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Dude, it's
like it
great.
already has a
Yeah.
story to tell.
Yeah,
So when you pick it up, you're like, well, that's a good riff.
yeah, there
Oh,
was
well, that's a good riff.
there was
Yeah.
something
Oh.
magical about that one. I ended up having it.
Then why'd you get rid of it though?
I ended up having it
Smelled bad.
refretted, and I asked them to not plane the fretboard.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
When they did it, to leave the fretboard wear, because
Yeah.
it was just pre-CBS Fender
Yeah.
with a real rosewood fretboard.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely fucking beautiful.
It only
with the
needs
most
a refretting.
legitimate wear you've ever seen in your
Yeah.
life. And they planed it. Completely flat, or not, it had the same
Yeah.
radius, but it was
Yeah.
completely, they took so
No.
much material off.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, it
They
played.
gave it to a laborer, and the laborer did the
Just
labor.
did
yeah,
it,
and
yeah.
it got plecked, it was a real deal. Like, I put a lot of money
played
into
so
that
much
to get
better,
it.
though.
It played.
I'm sorry, it played so
Of
much
course
better.
It played
Like,
perfectly.
they're meant to be played.
Yeah.
The
It
laborer's really good at their job.
It played beautifully.
I don't
after
know.
that.
I think they're
As-
meant. They're
as
tools.
good as
Yeah.
you could get a
That's-
1965 student level guitar playing, it was playing that well. And you can't beat a set of 60s Mustang pickups.
No.
There's something
Holy
different
fuck.
about them than
Yeah.
than the Strat pickups.
All of the materials.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's
Yeah.
the best pickup.
I don't know if I
but
go that.
Why is it gone?
But
Yeah, what
that
happened?
being said, there's no getting around the issues of a 70-year-old instrument.
Yeah.
It's gonna misbehave. You get it set up, and in 3 months, that neck's gonna be wanting to do something else. And
Yeah.
then when the humidity changes the next season, the neck's gonna want to do something else.
Yeah.
There's
you
a reason
know,
why the
and-
T40's hanging right now.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it got a little longer.
You know,
yeah.
and so
Yeah.
as beautiful as that guitar was, and as incredible as it sounded when it was behaving, it
Risky.
Just, I just needed something more modern and playable. And got rid
Got
of
it.
But that was after I sold that guitar. That was when I decided no more selling gear.
Oh.
Oh.
No more getting
No more
rid of-
regrets.
no more getting rid
Yeah.
of gear unless it's very minor level that I
Yeah.
already planned on. Like, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
test the waters with this. Like, you just acquire gear and you keep it.
You're gonna like this.
I don't
You're
sell
about
shit.
To, you're about
I
to
was
say?
gonna say, vintage gear. Do you think it's worth it? What are your takes? And I'm curious to hear your take as a drummer, because I feel like
Yeah.
drums are different.
Drums are way different.
Drums are way different.
Guitars are
Right.
different too,
Different,
and
yeah.
guitar amps are different.
Well, what?
Yeah.
All right. How about this? What's considered vintage now?
90s.
90, 89, yeah.
90
80
before.
Yeah,
Okay.
90,
And
1990 and before.
90s
I
or
would say.
90s?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say 90s.
Mid 90s, and it's
Yeah.
the rule is 30 years
Yeah.
That's
per
crazy.
instrument. That's the rule.
Yeah.
30.
I'm vintage.
So
Yeah.
Good
so
job.
93. Everything
vintage.
93
Yeah.
is considered
Alright.
vintage.
Well, I like vintage gear then.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
Yep. So that Telecaster that I just picked up for $400 next year will be $1,200 for no reason,
Yeah.
yeah.
because it'll be vintage. And so if it gets resold now, it's a vintage instrument.
Jeez Louise.
Sorry, it's
Yeah, it's just
guitars
what
and
it is.
cars. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
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 Do I think it's worth it? Again, I'm the guy that had the same model, same make of the same thing, and only one spoke to me. So, yes, but also no. I've had things that are super old and super dope and super legit, but it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get to it right now. 1979 Gibson Firebrand SG. The Firebrand
Yeah, what is
is
that?
pre the Paul,
Yeah. It's
right?
like a,
Oh.
yeah.
And they
It's like
did
what Bob Marley played.
yeah, similar. The finish on the Melody Maker that they sell of that is the Firebrand like thing that they did. They did it for 3 years, and it was a Les Paul, an SG, and a Firebird for the Firebrand. And they made the least amount of the Firebird, and they made the second least out of the SGs, and they made the most of the Les Pauls. For some reason, they didn't like them at the time because they put like these zebra pickups in them. And they're dope, but like at that time in the 70s, like it was like in that middle of being funk and then being hard, and they were like pre-hard, so they were too for people. So I picked that up through another trade, through a different
Also,
trade,
before he runs past us, the Gibson emblem is
branded.
into the headstock, so it's not
Nice.
it's not painted or inlaid. It's branded into the fucking headstock.
You
Yeah.
still have this?
No, that's his biggest regret.
So yeah, you want to know
okay.
regrets? Yeah.
and I could,
And now it's worth-
I could have called
yeah.
that one for him.
Oh, it's worth thousands.
Bummer.
Yeah.
It's
And it
worth
was such a,
thousands.
but it was like
I'm not an SG
a
guy.
thick ass SG neck, non-flexible. It just feels stiff. It
I
was
would've
the
loved this
stiffest
guitar.
And
I would've
that's
loved this fucking
that's the
guitar.
kind of the answer to your question. Like, is it worth it? Yeah, but only if it
Yeah, only if
meshes
it-
with
yeah,
you.
only if
Because
it's- yeah.
that's the one that to answer both of the questions. Like the one that got away because I could have bought a
Should have.
car.
I would
with
have
it.
bought it from you. Like-
Instead, I traded it for something that doesn't have a brand name, that has microphonic pickups and like 7 switches and doesn't work.
And doesn't stay in tune. Is
Yeah,
that the one that doesn't stay in tune?
No,
No,
that
all
was
of his
custom
guitars
made.
does.
That's a different one. Yeah.
That was custom.
Yeah, the one that doesn't say in the
Was that the one that doesn't stay in tune? No, that's the one that's custom made for me. I got the custom made one that doesn't stay in
That was
tune.
built for me. Yeah. No, I traded it out for something that really doesn't work.
Yeah.
and still doesn't really work. It doesn't have the right bridge for it.
Yeah.
It's all fucked. I'm gonna have to put a lot of money into it to get it to work. When
It's
it
an
does,
awesome,
though,
awesome guitar.
when
Awesome
it
guitar,
does,
but just
though.
whatever.
But relationship with drums.
Do you have any
drum-
vintage drums?
I don't own any vintage drums. I only own, I mean,
Lame.
if you, yeah, not by definition of 30 years, but those are the oldest thing I own. I've had those since 2010. So, but like, I don't know, drums are different in the sense that like you have to replace heads.
Yeah.
And that kind of is your sound.
Yeah.
The wood is the wood. Like, unless you have like an acrylic kit or a metal kit or something, like the wood's, like even the wood's not going to change all that
Yeah.
much. People talk about like shaving hoops and shaving like, getting the things refit and all that stuff. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
If you change the heads, it's still going to sound like a drum and you're going to tune it anyway. So like, who cares? You can get whatever tone you want.
I like the
about the
old stuff when they were like.
But
super
cymbals,
deep and
cymbals are
Cymbals is
cymbals
where
is
it's at
where
with
it gets
drums now.
different. Yeah, cymbals. That's why drummers always bring their cymbals, right? Because that's where your actual like individual sound comes in.
But
Drums in
vintage-
the car, cymbals in the bed.
But
Yeah.
vintage cymbals are already melted down years ago.
yeah. Vintage cymbals are either broken or are
exactly.
yeah, or like
My
or-
trash deck as a
Yeah.
1963.
So exactly. So
And
like
vintage hardware sucks.
you don't. Why
Oh
the
my
fuck would?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Why the fuck if you?
half-pound
Vintage
cymbal
hardware.
stands.
Dude, dude,
They
this
have
one
like
gig
the
we
weight
played.
thing on
Yeah.
the back end.
If you're using vintage, you're an asshole. If you're using vintage
Was
hardware,
it like a Slingerland or a Rogers kit? And
It-
he had like
yeah.
70s
I think it was a Rogers.
hardware?
dude,
Yeah.
earlier than 70s. That had to be like 60s or 50s.
60s hardware.
It's like it's this fucking
We,
thick.
we,
yeah,
we borrowed
pencils.
a
I hit it-
band's
yeah.
drums during
Yeah.
a live
They
gig.
backlined the whole gig.
They
so
backlined
yeah.
the whole gig for Hangar 24, and we
Props
come
for
up.
backlining. Love a backline.
We
I'm
come
happy
up
to
just
use
not a
shit.
good back-
It's an
backline.
Just-
old ass hardware
Yeah.
drum
This
set.
cymbal stand,
Like,
you hit it like
this-
twice, it topples over.
and you got Oliver playing our music.
Yeah, and I hit the shit out of him. So, yeah.
like smashing shit, and all like constantly we're pushing the cymbals back up.
Yeah,
because he just.
Is there a
And it's
sandbag
over.
in the house? Sandbag in the
yeah,
house.
yeah.
Anyone have a
Was the
sandbag?
bass just not wide, or what was the
It's
situation?
thin. Like I said, the rod, the thing that's holding the cymbals, like this fucking big around.
It's
and
kinda,
tiny.
Yeah.
It's like
They have
if-
like the legs that all like they have a thing that folds down flat on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah,
They're like a
just not-
bar.
think
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Jetsons.
yeah.
Think
Yeah.
like the Jetsons drum set.
Oh, fucking stupid. So yeah, it just didn't work. But I mean, if you're using vintage hardware, you're stupid. Just get good hardware.
Yeah.
But drum wise, like, I don't know if there's some magic in it, maybe. But cymbals are where the real like individuality comes out. So I keep all my cymbals. I don't get. First of all, I just hit the shit out of them and break them, and then I just make a trash stack out of them. So that's where the sound comes in.
I have two closing questions, and one's going to be just touching on amp that you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are you playing amp-wise? What do you like?
Yeah. So,
Best amp.
so I had a God, when we started playing, fucking every bars, because we were just shitty little bars. And
Sure.
they had to hate us. So we had
That's
our
their
rig-
job.
Oh, dude,
They
our
hate
rig,
us,
I
they
was
hate
so-
everyone.
Check out this
It
rig.
was so
Yeah.
bad. Our rig was we would split. We'd run them in stereo, right?
Yes.
And it was an AC.
when we would switch drums, so there's only one guitar.
one
Yeah.
guitar,
Time.
one guitar,
Yeah.
but stereo and AC 30 and a twin reverb.
Oh wow!
I love both of those though.
Yeah, I mean, it's
those are both amazing.
yeah.
It's like a library in there.
It's like a library.
This mid-range and this mid-range,
Yeah,
just doing that.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, that's
That's
amazing.
great.
I
And
love
like a
that.
library,
Yeah, so that's what we.
I'm a
we
fan.
we'd split them though with like a delay pedal. We didn't have like an
Really?
AV box. It was just like the pedal we had.
And
So
just
one was
turn the
getting
time down
one
to
was
zero?
getting the dry
Yeah.
and one was
Yeah.
getting the wet.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And we were like, oh, we're onto something. You know?
Nice.
I have so much gear to talk about you
Yeah.
off air. Okay, and then finally, as the band as it is now they're in like this real revitalized fucking moving. Everything is like synergy now. Like,
Yeah.
who do you think besides Vampire Weekend, which is not the same? Who would you jump on the road with ideally? Like,
Vampire Weekend's an answer.
yeah. Who
yeah.
else?
Yeah,
Like,
who else?
would you want to jump? Because all these singles that you're putting out are varied in styles.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
you say that you're all country. No, there's still
They're still rocking there.
Yeah.
There's still some psych bullshit and some,
Man.
didn't mean bullshit.
I like
psych
no,
shit.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
psych
Band,
bullshit.
bands to
Didn't
jump
mean
on
the
the
bull
road
part.
with.
Meant the shit part.
Yeah. Who's
we,
operating right now that you'd want to like straight direct support for?
we just go back in time, 1973,
No,
Little
come on,
Feet.
Come on now.
That's
I
all I
saw
listen
them.
to.
They
is
were
Little Feet.
amazing.
Um,
They were amazing.
man, right now that is hard because I don't listen to anything
Okay.
that's modern. But I would have to say some of like something in the Americana roots vibe. Like if we could jump on a tour with Lucinda, that'd be a
Yeah.
life
always.
changer.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know,
it
or
doesn't-
if you
doesn't
wanted to
have
go
to be
like
Rolling Stones.
the
Yeah.
psychedelic vibe of like we love like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So you're
you know,
both
or-
of these spaces. So like you'd have to be like what's
Tame
his name with
Impala.
the dude with all the tassels on his face? Fucking
Orville Peck?
Orville Peck.
yeah.
Yeah, something like
like
that,
that.
or
Yeah.
like what's the life, the war on drugs?
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
in,
totally.
anything in that vein, like
Yeah,
Americana,
Kurt Weill, that thing,
yeah, roots rock,
Great too.
experimental type
Dawes.
of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dawes,
Dude,
something like
Dawes
that. We
is-
saw them
Dawes
a
is
long
great.
time ago. That was
Me
really
too.
big
Open
for
for
us.
Brett Denman.
Love a Dawes.
Yeah, way back in the day. But
Well-
yeah, something in that train would be what I would want to jump on.
With these cuts on the leg will heal in time. In my waste to space, or am I wasting time? With so many things that I'll never know. Where the sky is blue, sometimes it's gray. Everything is dying, that's here to stay. And the petals don't want the stem anymore. Well, he's praying to a God that I don't believe in the same thing. He's thinking good thoughts and grieving. Time will run out, and that's okay. We did our best to try it anyway. We're just picking up the pieces left on the floor. Well, I turned up my amp loud and play. There's a piece of her I lost every day, but there's a picture in the pocket that wasn't before. Well, he's praying to a God that I don't believe in the same thing. He's thinking good thoughts and leaving. Well, he's praying to a God